back to the Ad Lib Podcast. Just checking, making sure the audio is fine, but seems that we are all good. Hello, everyone. Hello to all the viewers and listeners joining the podcast right now. I hope you are doing well. I'm starting the podcast on my own. Franco will be joining very soon, and I believe Joe will be joining us later on as well. Today, we've got lots and lots to talk about. We've got a bunch of trailers. We're actually going to start after, obviously, we start talking about what we've been up to, talking about next on Netflix, but this time focusing on animation. So we're going to look at a number of projects that Netflix are working on, a number of very interesting projects, to be honest. And we're going to be looking at stuff like Arcane Season 2, Twilight of the Gods, which I believe is a Zack Snyder production. And there's lots to talk about there. Even a Terminator project there going on. Then we're going to have a look at a trailer with starring Dave Bautista called The Killer's Game, which is a very interesting one. I had heard talk about it from CinemaCon. I heard some good stuff about it and got some new stuff there to talk about as well. We've got MaXXXine. The trailer for MaXXXine came out this week. Ty West's third, obviously the final movie in his trilogy. And the final trailer is that for Alien Romulus, starring Cailee Spaeny, the great Cailee Spaeny. And that's one trailer I definitely want to talk about today. After that, we're going to have a quick look at the box office. We've got some box office news to talk about there. We've got the Xbox Games Showcase to talk about as well. Lots of great games at the Xbox Games Showcase. Really positive feedback for that showcase. I believe it's one of the best game showcases I've seen in years and years. And I see a lot of game showcases. So lots of good stuff there. Doom, New Doom, Perfect Dark, more Gears of War, South of Midnight. So many games to talk about. And then we'll get into the review. Obviously, we'll be giving you our review. I know Joe watched the first episode. I don't know if he watched the second episode, but I did watch the 2 episodes of Acolyte. We've got Bad Boys, Ride or Die, the 4th film in the Bad Boys franchise. What did we think about that? We'll let you know later on as well. We've got Hitman as well to review. Me and, well, all of us basically, because Joe watched it, Franco watched it, and I watched it as well. We'll all be giving you our thoughts on Hitman. Finally, Franco will be giving you his review for Exuma, which is, I believe, if I remember correctly, a South Korean film. He'll give you his thoughts later on that film. So with that, viewers and listeners, we're going to start off the podcast as we always do, as you know, starting off by talking a little bit about what we've been up to. And with that, I'll get into the series. First of all, as you know, I watch a lot of series online. I watch so many series. But the past few weeks, not too many series have been coming out. Well, this week is going to be insane in the next few weeks because we're going to have The Bear coming out next week on Thursday. No, The Boy starts this week. And that's on this week, I believe, on Thursday. That's Thursday 13th. I believe The Bear is coming out next week. I believe also, and I'm pretty sure on that, House of the Dragon comes out Sunday 16th. For us, it will be in Malta Monday 17th at 3 in the morning. But obviously then everyone here in Malta will check it out the next day on Monday evening. So lots and lots of good series coming out. With regard to series, as I said, there's not much, but I have watched another episode of Dark Matter, and it's still a very solid, good sci-fi series on Apple TV+. If you haven't started watching it, make sure to start watching it. My girlfriend also started reading the book. Franco actually finished the book. So I'll let Franco talk about the book when he joins us. Apart from that, obviously, I watched the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte, and that review will come later on in the podcast. And Franco is joining us now. Here he is. Franco, hello, my friend. How's it going?
Hello. How's it going? Hello to the chat as well. Hope you're okay after the post-election blues. Some people are sad, some people are happy, but don't worry, we're here to make you forget all about it and go back to normal life.
Yeah. Actually, Franco, I noticed that pretty much everyone was happy about the election this year.
Yeah, pretty much a positive outcome. Just the whole of the European Union it's not really. It's shifting more towards
the EPP did very well this election. gained like how many? I think like 13, 14 seats.
More seats, but
More?
there's also because there's also the far right. Depends what the far right is going to do anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough politics. All about movies.
I mean, we talk about politics, but politics related to the industry,
to the movie
and
industry,
series
exactly.
industry, and that's always very interesting to talk about. In fact, but Franco, I was just talking about the series I watched. I watched Dark Matter, and you obviously did watch the episode of Dark Matter. What did you think about the last episode?
Yeah. Spoilers ahead for anyone who hasn't seen this episode. This is the one where he covers the box with concrete, right?
Yes, final scene in the episode, basically. It's going to be interesting now how that plotline is going to develop.
Yeah, how is he going? How is he going back now? I finished, like I told you last time, I finished reading the book. I hope they keep this particular scene from the book because it would be really interesting to see. And yeah, I mean the tension is ratcheted up now. I mean, how is he coming back? He's very close to coming back. From
the impression I'm getting every time he enters the a new world, he's getting closer and closer. It's like he's taking down notes and like notes of what he sees and the small differences he's seeing. And I that's the vibe I get, at least, that the more he gets into every world he gets into is closer and closer to getting into his world. There's the concrete.
Yeah, let's see how that's gonna work out. And obviously, like how he tricked the other guy, like he left him in the.
Yes, no, that I expected that to happen, but still quite shocking to see. It's interesting to see. I'd love to see that world. I wish we could have seen a better view of that world.
Yeah, that it's much in the book is explored even more. You see more of that world, like with proper transport, and there's like it's basically almost perfect world.
Probably, I wouldn't mind just being sent there and left there, to be honest.
But you have to decide if who's gonna stay with you, either you or the other you.
The problem is there's another you. That's the big issue.
Exactly.
Because sometimes I was like, why don't what's her name? The woman who's staying with who's coming around with him. Let me bring it up on IMDb.
I know it's Alicia Braga though.
Alicia Braga, exactly, her character. Dark Matter. Because I was wondering, because I'm seeing obviously there's a bit of a romance developing there between Joel Edgerton's character Jason and Alicia Braga's character, who is she's not coming up on IMDb for some reason. I hate how IMDb. Anyways, Alicia Braga's character. There's like some sexual tension there developing between the two.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, why don't they just stay in one of these rather than say, fuck it, we're here now.
I mean, what would you do though? That's the thing.
I think I would just give up eventually, like after all. And I mean, obviously they're going to keep on trying until their drug lasts. But once they've used all the drugs they could use. Christian, liking the book so far? Good.
Thanks.
Reading the book. By the way, Franco, how would you compare the book and the series overall?
There are quite some changes, but the author is very, like, he knows his characters inside out, and like even Leighton they're much more developed. Even Jason 1 and Jason 2. And by the way, the character of Alice Braga is Amanda Lucas.
Amanda, yes. And the author of the book worked on the series as well.
Yes. So it shows exactly.
It shows. Franco, apart from Dark Matter, did you watch anything else this week?
So I watched Exuma, I watched Hitman, I watched Venom as well.
Yes, Venom. What do you think about Venom? Venom 1, right?
Venom 1, yes. I think I was much more prepared of what I was expecting. So there was no like, oh my god, what is this shit? Blah blah blah. I mean, some of the obviously there's lots like the villain character is a bit underdeveloped. The last fight scene is a mess. It's very unclear. But for example, the character design was fantastic, and in certain moments there were, if they, I think in my letterbox review I said so one of the studio execs was what Venom would have called a pussy, because it was because it was pushing towards the horror element. Could have been gorier. There was also like the nice body cop feeling.
Yes. That feeling I got a lot.
And it's surprisingly a fun watch. Obviously, I mean, if you want to switch off, look, I prefer this to Bad Boys, The Ride or Die.
Me too, definitely, me too. And the good thing about it is that the dynamic between Venom and Tom Hardy is actually really fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see like the second one, and I hope that the third installment would be like a crowning achievement. Plus, I realized that the director was the same guy of Zombieland, the first one.
All right.
So there was that's how I saw that there was that horror element. But again, I mean, PG-13. This should have been a hard R. I mean,
yes, but it made a lot of money. Franco, this made a lot of money. Made a lot of money. So the fact that it was PG-13, I think, helped a lot. Venom is directed by Andy Serkis, by the way. The second one, yeah. I don't know about the third one. Does the third one show? Who's? I'm sure it does. Let me find it. Venom.
Last Dance is by
Kelly Marcel.
Who's Kelly Marcel?
Kelly Marcel.
Tom Hardy is writing it as well. Okay.
So she is a co-artistic director of the Bad Dog Theatre Company, founded alongside the actor Tom Hardy. So that's where that relationship developed.
Okay.
Wrote Saving Mr. Banks. Oh no, Shades of Grey. But was a writer on Venom. Was a writer on the second Venom. So she's been working on Venom for a while.
Cruella, she did the story.
She did the story for Cruella. So she has some work.
She has some hits in her. I mean, again, this is a movie. I'm not gonna. How should I say? I'm not gonna be nitpicky about it. As I said, I enjoyed it. It shouldn't be as panned as I expected it to be.
Yeah. I expect so. What was I going to say, Franco? Anything else you watched apart from Venom?
Exuma. I think we can
review later on. We'll review later.
Okay, Exuma. Then Bad Boys Ride or Die. I watched that with you.
Yeah.
As far as TV, I'm just waiting for the next Dark Matter episode.
Yes,
definitely. And obviously, my favorite, Smiling Friends.
Yes. By the way, Franco said this week is gonna next few weeks with regard to TV are gonna be real big. We're gonna have House of the Dragon coming out this coming Sunday. We're gonna have The Bear coming out very soon as well. The Boys coming out next week. This week, I believe. The Boys comes out this week, first episode. So it's gonna be really heavy with regard to series. With regard to movies, we've not got too much. I know Inside Out is coming out on Friday. I'd love to go watch that. I really liked Inside Out 1. And I think Inside Out 2 would also be good.
You know what? I'd be happy to join you because I haven't seen a cartoon in cinema. Yeah, I will watch the first one.
Yes, it's very emotional. One of those movies that's almost made me cry. Honestly, there's one particular scene. Almost made me cry. Really, really beautiful. Wait, Netflix is making the Decameron.
Yes, it's making the Decameron.
It just popped up on my IMDb right now. Oh shit! Okay.
It was calling you as well. It's like there was.
Talking about the Decameron, man, let me talk about the movies I've watched this week, and I'm gonna make the link with the Decameron in a rather interesting way because this week I watched Acatone.
Oh yes, because the Decameron then was another film by Pasolini.
Nice. Getting my neorealista films back in. Now, when I was reviewing Acatone, Franco on Letterboxd, I was like, I know this is not a 5 out of 5 film. Like with regard to its quality, it's a fantastic film, well shot, and great central performance. It has some issues, right? I believe it's some of the issues with pacing, and on some other issues. But the impact this film had on me, I cannot not give this film a 5 out of 5. Just how much it impacted me, kind of as a story, as some of the plot points that happen, and with regard to the dialogue, how powerful and how sometimes the main protagonist, Akatone, is pure evil. Man, he's such a evil guy, but at the same time, he's a very self-aware dude. So he knows that he's in a horrible situation. He knows that post-war Italy and the area where he's living and the things he's doing are bad. So he's very self-aware. And that made him a really fascinating character. And Franco Citti, I mean, he just gives a world-class performance. Franco Citti, he really, really impressive. It's a tough watch, a brutal portrayal of life in Roman shanty towns, but I have to say, I was really, really impressed. Like some of the shots and the use of Bach in the film, majestic, really, really good. There's the scenes where for example, what I forgot the name of the prostitute whom Acatone pimped, but where that character, not Stella, Maddalena, where Maddalena gets into the car, and they see him, Il Moicano, in the car, and that song starts up, and you know she's going to be beaten up, and it's like that stuff really, really impacted me. Like I was like, oh my god, man, this shit is heavy. It's a very heavy film. It's not an easy watch. Definitely not an easy watch. But this is, for me, this is well worth the watch. So that's Acatone. I watched a couple of Vargas. I watched
Clio 5 to 7. I saw, yeah.
Yeah, that one, and I watched this documentary, The Gleaners and I.
Oh, that's her.
That's her.
Oh, okay.
La Glaner.
La Glanes. Okay.
It's really good. It's really good. I was impressed how good it was. Me and Christian got into it because we needed a short film to watch, and I was like, and this was on my watch list, and I was like, yeah, I haven't watched too much Varda. Let's check it out. It's really, again, very emotional documentary. This one. It gets obviously into the whole issue of poverty in France and how the gleaners are being kind of like phased out in a certain sense. But it's surprising how big it is in French society, and it is mentioned by French people that I know. So it's still a thing in France. This concept of not just the field, because this obviously started in the fields. After the fields have been picked, you get people who go in and pick what remains there, or basically what the machines couldn't pick. But today it's done also in supermarkets, for example, where supermarkets at the end of the day, instead of throwing away, they throw away stuff, and then you have people who go to pick up stuff that is still good, still fine to be eaten, thrown away by the supermarket because it's the buy date has passed, but still fine to eat. And it's impressive. Some of the meals they get are really, really, really nice meals, like chicken and potatoes and lots of veg. And they're getting all of this basically for free, just picking it out from the bins. It's a very interesting way of life, and Varga really does a fantastic job in portraying this way of life, and getting into the concepts of social class and poverty, obviously from a very left-leaning point of view, both her and Pasolini in a certain sense. And then Franco, you watched it, Cleo from 5 to 7.
No, I didn't watch this. I didn't watch it, but I saw that you put. I started it. I remember. But I think I arrived at the moment that she comes to the port town, if I'm not mistaken.
It's okay. I expected much more, to be honest. I had very high expectations for this after watching the Gleaners, and I was really impressed by the documentary. I expected much more. Now, again, technically, it's marvelous. Like, it's a marvel of a film. Technically, it's lots of great long shots. The kind of like the shots are really impressive. I think it's something to do with the main protagonist. The main protagonist is really unlikable. Very, very, very unlikable. And that's the whole point of the film, mind you. That's the whole point of the film, is for the main protagonist to be unlikable at the start. Cleo. This is literally Cleo from 5 to 7, from 5 in the afternoon till 7 in the evening. Basically. Actually, 6:30 in the evening, but I mean 5 to 6:30 doesn't sound that good. So 5 to 7. And I mean, cinematography again is great. Fantastic portrayal of Paris in the 1960s. I know the directors in the 50s and 60s really focused a lot on portraying the urban life a lot. Like there was a big focus of like portraying the urban life. There's some fantastic scenes. There's a particular scene where Cleo starts to sing with her band basically, and it's a fantastic scene, really emotional. And the final 30 minutes are really very good. You're seeing part of the final 30 minutes here in this shot that you have on screen. But it really did not have the emotional impact I expected it to have.
Okay.
I was surprised. I was like, maybe I missed something as I was watching it, but I don't think so.
You have to be in a certain mood to watch these kind of movies sometimes. So I can see what you mean. And it's like I told you with what happened today with
which one was that?
Antonioni.
Yes, exactly. So that's kind of from 5 to 7, and then I watched The Master. I had a rewatch of The Master. So I felt like
too good,
rewatching The Master. I'm still shocked that Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix did not get Oscars for their performances.
True.
Like, just some of the best performances I've seen all time, basically. Some of the best performances all time. This is a fantastic film. I recommend all of our viewers to watch this. I mean, the composition of certain scenes is just really, really impressive, and obviously shot in film. I think was this 35 millimeter.
Yeah, it's shot on film. Yep.
But yeah, beautiful score as well. The score is really impressive. Was this Greenwood? I think. The score.
I think so. Yes, I think it was.
I believe it was Greenwood who did the score. Yeah, Johnny Greenwood. Fantastic score. Fantastic score. Really, really good. Yeah, just an all-around really good film. The Master, and I watched something else. Oh yes, before we went to watch Bad Boys, which obviously I watched with you, Franco, Bad Boys, and I watched also Hitman this week. We'll review that later on. I watched a film just like Bad Boys called Call Me By Your Name. We compare the length of a take in Bad Boys and the length of a take in Call Me By Your Name.
Yeah.
Right? Is this also cinema? Like, are these two the same? You know, like same media?
It's a stretch.
I know some people on Prickly Pears aren't the biggest fan. Like, I know Mario doesn't really like Call Me By
Your Name. I haven't seen it yet. I'm hesitant to watch it.
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. Again, I believe this was also shot on film.
Yes.
Color tone is so beautiful. I'd say this is my favorite Guadagnino so far. By far, my favorite Guadagnino. And Joe isn't here to challenge me on Challengers, of course. But this is just to show that, listen, Challengers was a one-off, because I loved this, Call Me By Your Name. I loved, what's the other one he did with Chalamet? Guadagnino.
Bones and All.
Boy, I loved Bones and All. Fantastic film, Bones and All. But this I adore Call Me By Your Name. I really, really loved it. I think so, this is the kind of film you watch and you feel like you're learning how to shoot a film, where to place your actors, how to set up a scene, how to compose a scene, how to do blocking. It's like a film where you learn.
You know what's funny? I know it's a bit of a very strange trivia, but after this, it was after this movie that it came out that what's his name? The big guy, Aaron, not Aaron.
Armie Hammer.
Hammer. That it came out that he has this cannibalistic fetish. And then Guadagnino says, yes, my next movie is about cannibalism. You know? So it's like, inspired by Armie Hammer. Featuring Timothy Chalamet. So,
did he do anything else after this?
Armie Hammer?
Yeah.
No, he was, he's toxic now. He's a toxic asset. He did Rebecca.
Oh, he has a few things, to be fair.
Hotel Mumbai, I haven't seen it.
He was in Death on the Nile. Oh, yes, he was on Death on the Nile. So he has done a few stuff.
But
I think he was a real big deal in Hollywood with when Call Me by Your Name came.
Have you yet seen? Sorry to bother you. Have you seen that?
Which one, Franco?
Sorry to bother you.
No, I have not.
Oh, please watch it. Please watch it.
Okay.
It's so out there. And Boots Riley is the same director who did, like, I think it was Virgo, with this guy where the series of a giant. Yeah, I'm a Virgo. There you go.
Okay.
So there's
I'll
that.
check it out. I'll add it to my watch list. So yeah, Call Me by Your Name, fantastic film. Probably didn't need me to tell you, but it's definitely worth to watch Call Me by Your Name. So I believe that's pretty much my week.
I'm gonna suggest you a movie if you're into like this neorealism, but this is more towards the comedy, but it's very, very like black humor comedy. It's called Divorce Italian Style by Pietro Germi.
What's it called?
Divorce Italian Style.
Divorce Italian Style. Divorce Italian Style. Okay.
It's such.
Traianni as well.
Yeah, I haven't laughed so much in ages. And then he had another one. Again, it's very, how shall I say?
Marriage Italian Style. Yeah.
This is Divorce Italian Style. If I'm not mistaken.
But then there's Marriage Italian Style.
Exactly.
Traianni, yes. All right, I'll check them out, Franco. I am a bit on a neorealist spree, to be honest. Recently, watched a few things. I'm enjoying it. To be honest, I'm really enjoying my watches of these Italian classics from the 60s. There's one I want to watch, the film, and then we'll get on topic after this, which was shot during the war. There's a particular film shot in Rome.
Is it
during the war?
Roma Città Aperta.
Roma Città Aperta, that's the one. Have you watched it, Franco?
Yeah, it's I think it's what was her name?
Roma Città Aperta, that's the one. That's the one.
Roberto Rossellini.
Rossellini, yes, with Anna Magnani.
Anna Magnani.
And what's his name? Aldo. Oh, here he is. Aldo Fabrizi as well in it.
I remember liking it. It was just immediately after the Second World War, not during.
It was shot during the war, however, I believe. No, shot during the war.
Immediately after.
Because I remember reading about it a while ago and I was reading that apparently they had to sneak out to film certain scenes.
Okay, that's how I stand to be corrected.
I could be wrong, but that's what I remember reading it, and that's why it's been on my watch list for a while. I was like, Jesus, I can't imagine those conditions. Like people today complain about filming, and very fair reasons why.
I mean, Jafar Panahi, the Iranian director, he smuggled his movie in a cake, on an iPhone in a cake. So, yeah, I mean, we're still there. We haven't gone anywhere.
Yes. But with that, Franco, I think it's time to get on topic. And let's start off with the first topic of the day. By the way, viewers and listeners, if you're enjoying the podcast, as always, we start off rambling a little bit about what we've been up to. But now we're going to be having a look at a few trailers. Please like the video if you're enjoying it. And please let us know in the comment section below, or we're in the chat right now, but the comment section later on, if you're watching this late. Let us know if you're enjoying the podcast. And if you are, let us know what you've been up to, what you've watched this week. And also let us know about all the trailers we're going to talk about. We're now going to start off with a quick look at what Netflix has coming up with regards to its animation slate. And I know we talk a lot of shit about Netflix, rightfully. They release a lot of shit, but Netflix also releases some very good animated stuff. To be honest, Netflix has some very, very good animated stuff. Now, I've got a whole list here, but let me just introduce it really quickly. So, Netflix has just unveiled a sneak peek at its upcoming animation slate with a dizzying array of animated films and new and returning series to set to premiere over the next year, with more than 130 million households tuning in monthly to enjoy its animated offerings. Netflix has firmly established itself as a leading platform for animation. With regard to adult audiences, Netflix has season 2 of Arcane, Twilight of the Gods, Terminator Zero, Exploding Kittens, final season of Big Mouth. On the film front, we've got, we've had hits like The Sea Beast, which I really liked, and Leo, which I wasn't the biggest fan of Leo. But new titles such as The Imaginary, Saving Bikini Bottom, the Sandy Cheeks movie, Spellbound, That Christmas, another Wallace and Gromit, The Twits, which I'm really looking forward to, K-pop, Demon Hunters, oh, that's not for me, Clanking the movie, and Puku, set to capture the viewers' imaginations. So that's some of the stuff. Now I've got a few of the stuff which was showed in the trailer. Franco, have you watched Arcane season 1?
Not yet.
I have not either. Oh, thank God! I thought you were going to get angry at me.
No. But I think some of the viewers will get angry at us, especially Ashley, because it's actually, I think even people who, I think this is from League of Legends, right? People who are not in the League of Legends environment also enjoyed it. They really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to watch it. With
Hailee Steinfeld and Ella Purnell. Ella Purnell.
Yeah, it's the same, no?
Yes. Ella Purnell coming off from Fallout. Keep in mind that was a big hit. Great. Fallout. Okay. Fallout was a massive hit. Like Amazon really did well with Fallout. Like the viewership on Fallout was crazy good.
That's what should have done with Rings of Power, though.
Yeah. I mean, it shows when there's good word of mouth, people will watch it. I mean, everyone has a Prime Video because everyone has Amazon Prime. You just need to make good stuff.
Remind me something I read about Amazon Prime and The Boys.
Okay, all right. So that's Arcane. We got a first look at it. I mean, just some clips here and there. Not much.
Disney, look at the animation here. This is how to make.
Yes. I really need to get on to watching Arcane this week. Big Mouth, which I've never watched. I don't know what this is.
It's like it's mostly about like.
Emmy winning, though. Yeah. Emmy winning.
Nick Kroll. I don't know if you know Nick Kroll.
There's Aya Dabiri in it.
Yeah. No, the beer is also an Inside Out too, so there's there.
This is for kids. You can skip this.
Yeah, if you have kids.
This is, I don't know what this is. More kids. Ghostbusters coming soon. Yes, I heard that Netflix were working on a Ghostbusters animated series. Probably be more focused on kids as well. Hot Wheels for kids. This also seemed like Chinese American teen. Don't know too much about this.
Ali Wong. I don't know.
This came out recently. Jurassic World, again for kids. This is
mostly
focused on kids. Minecraft series.
What's this called?
Leviathan, yeah. 1914, on the eve of war, a fugitive prince and a girl in disguise meet aboard the bioengineered airship HMS Leviathan and change the course of history. Based on the novel Leviathan by Scott Westerfeld and illustrated by Keith Thompson. Directed by Christoph Ferreira with animation by Orange. Series also features original songs by the renowned Joe
Hisaishi of Studio Ghibli. Okay. So this is
this is 2025 though, just a quick first look.
Still first look, yeah.
Minecraft, apparently there's going to be a Minecraft series as well. Again, probably focused around kids. Motel Transylvania.
From the Hotel
Transylvania. Yeah. Now this looks interesting. This is one of those I wanted to talk about. Terminator Zero. Showrunner, executive producer, and writer Mattson Tomlin teams up with director Masashi Kudo.
Let me check.
A future war rages between the few human survivors and an endless army of machines. Flashback to 1997, the AI known as Skynet gains self-awareness and begins its war against humanity. So basically it's two timelines, basically a character caught between two timelines. She arrives in 1997 to protect Malcolm Lee, scientists developing a new AI system to counter Skynet's impending attack. and navigates the moral complexities of the creation of the AI. Obviously, I think this looks great. Timothy Oliphant voicing the Terminator. I'm looking forward to this. This looks fantastic. Even the animation style, I'm loving the style here. So that's Terminator Zero.
It's the same animator as Bleach. So Bleach is very well known with the anime fans, and that's promising then.
Yeah, this looks very interesting. The Underveil. Don't know much about this, to be honest.
Wasn't this a game, The Underveil, if I'm not mistaken, or
doesn't mention here, but I haven't heard about this. Tokyo Override. This looks interesting. I saw this is a AI optimized Tokyo, and again, the animation looks very interesting. I thought the animation in the trailer looked fantastic.
In collaboration with Yamaha and Honda.
And Tomb Raider, this looks good. This looks very good. First video look at Tomb Raider: The Legend of Lara Croft animated series picks up after the events of the highly successful Survivor trilogy, which I loved. I love the Survivor trilogy. Such a fantastic trilogy of games. You really don't get why not everyone was a big fan of that game.
Because Lara Croft didn't have big boobs. Let's face it.
Yes, that's why.
Jesus Christ.
The game
was
amazing.
Fantastic. My brother played it. Yes. And whenever I used to sit next to him to watch him play, and it was really, really good.
Yes, really good. Madonna, the graphics were some of the best graphics I've ever seen. Period. Like, really impressive stuff. So it's going to follow that storyline. I think this is one I will definitely watch. I'm a big fan of Lara Croft. I think Lara Croft is a fantastic character, and there's lots to work on here. Yeah, it's 2D animation. Seems like
Is it the same production studio as Castlevania? Because seems quite similar.
Production team behind it. Animation by Powerhouse Animation. Powerhouse Animation.
Cailee Atwell, okay.
Powerhouse Animation. And that's who's working. Who's the voice cast includes Cailee Atwell, and Maldonado. Yeah. Now this one. Do you know this is Zack Snyder?
Yeah, they did Castlevania. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
So I was like
even more confident in this than if they work on Castlevania. Yeah. I'm even more confident on this because you're very right. The animation style looks very similar to Castlevania, but this is Zack Snyder, Twilight of the Gods. Zack Snyder's daring and spectacular vision of ancient Norse mythology, with Sylvia Hoeks, Stuart Martin, Pulu Asbach, John Noble. Very good voice cast. The series is executive produced also by Zack Snyder and his wife. Animation produced by Stone Quarry Animation. And here are the directors. I just saw some shots of it. Again, it looks well animated. The animation looks decent. What do you think, Franco?
I mean, it depends now how many slow motion shots are going to be there.
With animated stuff, slow motion works a bit better than
who knows?
In my opinion. With animation, slow motion works with animation. Maybe not as much as Zack Snyder has anyways, but still, works a bit better. And then some other stuff. Wolf King, and these are the films. In Your Dreams, that's the K-pop stuff. My Only Girl.
Is it by the summer? Who's it by? Penguin Highway.
Yomotaka Shibayama, produced by Studio Colorido.
Yomotaka Shibayama.
Yeah, Shibayama. It's My Only Girl. Plankton getting a film. They're going into the
SpongeBob now. Now it's SpongeBob time.
And that's
okay. Yeah. He's like Tomo Takashibayama is the girl who leapt through time. It's very good. He's also known for he was worked in the animation department of Spirited Away. So
okay.
So it's promising. Okay, Helsing.
Okay. This is one for the anime fans here.
Yeah.
Puku, which seems to be made more for kids.
Sailor Moon.
Laho. Yeah. This one. This I'm actually interested in. This I actually check out when it comes out. I was a big SpongeBob fan when I was a kid.
Okay.
I played the games as well. I played the SpongeBob game, Bikini Bottom. That was so good. That was a really good game, man, when it came out. I'll check this out. Spellbound. Now this, I think, yes, I watched the trailer for this one. Also looks very interesting. Original score by EGOT-winning composer Alan Menken. Skydance animation with Rachel Ziegler, Nicole Kidman, Javier Bardem. So a very, very good voice cast there. Yeah, this I watched. I mean, obviously, again, the trailers were very short, just some shots here and there.
Okay.
But this is another one which I will keep my eye on, and I'll be checking out. We've got Glenn Slater working on the lyrics as well, worked on Tangled. And this I wanted to talk about. Guess who's going to be the voice for Father Christmas?
I don't know. So.
Oh, Brian Cox. I love the voice. I love the voice for Father Christmas. Brian Cox. Produced by Nicole Heron, who worked on Moana and Frozen. This looks like a Christmas film. I mean, it looks like a Christmas film. But to be fair, we've got Richard Curtis working on it, who's actually a fantastic director.
I mean, he's got quite a successful run as well. So there's
so this might actually work. I mean, lots of some feel good, some not so feel good films. More anime, The Twits, which I'm very much looking forward to. I love the book, and I think this should be fun, good fun. Voice cast with Emilia Clarke.
Roald Dahl, right?
Exactly. Emilia Clarke, Natalie Portman,
Johnny Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ultraman. I'm not the biggest fan of Ultraman, so
trivia.
Here.
You know, Johnny Vegas owns a Maltese bus.
What?
Yep, he owns a Maltese bus, and they had the problem when they tried to park it. It crashed into a shed. Yeah, Maltese buses, you know.
Wallace and Gromit, and that's pretty much it with regard to the animated. So lots of animated stuff coming out.
Lots of animated. I mean, it's Netflix animation, so it was that showcase.
Good stuff. Some interesting stuff there. Next up, we've got a trailer for a Dave Bautista film. What the hell is up with the screen? Let me refresh it really quickly. Whoop, still like that. Anyways, so this is the trailer for Dave Bautista's The Killer's Game, and it's a very interesting trailer. In a way, I'm a little upset that it kind of gives away the story, but I don't see how they could show it without giving away like that twist at the start, right? Like, how can you put a trailer without showing that twist? I don't think there's a way to do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch the trailer then, because I didn't watch it. So if you tell me that there's
so let me read just the first part. After teasing fans with a minimalist poster, Lionsgate released today a trailer for its upcoming action comedy, The Killer's Game. Story centers around a skilled assassin who orders a hit on himself after he discovers he has a terminal illness. And I'll stop there. The movie is set to premiere in theaters on September 13th. It's got a great ensemble cast: Sofia Boutella, Ben Kingsley, Scott Atkins, Terry Crews, Daniel Bernhardt, Antonia Desplat. So it's a great cast, really good ensemble cast. The trailer looks fire. Look, the action in it looks really good. Dave Bautista especially looks on top form in this trailer. But if you don't want this twist, and the twist is going to come at the start, to be fair, Franco, but it's still a twist for what it's worth. But this looks like a one to watch, definitely one to watch. Shasa, Franco.
I will not comment until it's on the cinema. So then, because I want to go in blind as possible. So.
Yes, it's better to go in blind for this one. Don't watch the trailer. Actually,
I feel this is going to be a whole trend now. First, it was you remember the whole like the whole changing of particular songs into orchestral pieces into trailers. And now it seems like put the twist into the trailer. It's kind of trend. We had Speak No Evil, we had Trap, now this.
To be fair, the twist, I don't see how they could have shown a trailer without showcasing the twist. Like there's no way to do it. You'll know why when you watch the film. Film comes out on September 13th. And with that cast, I have high expectations for this one, to be honest.
And who's directing?
Lots of good action. Yeah, who's directing? Good question. I didn't write it down. Who's directing this? The team behind it. JJ Perry.
Oh, stunt performer. Okay.
Yeah. So he worked on John Wick 2, worked on Avatar, worked on F9, second unit director in Blue Beetle, Fate of the Furious,
And Warrior.
Warrior, screenplay by James Coyne, Simon Kinberg, and Rand Ravitch. I mean, if X-Men Dark Phoenix is on your next to your name, that's not a good sign.
All right.
But yes, I think this is one to check out. I think Dave Bautista has had a really interesting career trajectory.
Yes.
Once he's taken roles, interesting roles. He's not like The Rock, where he has to be the lead in every film. He's taken small bit parts, like he had that scene in Blade Runner 2049 in the opening
Dune
scene.
as well, yeah.
Dune as well, where he wasn't the main character in those films, but still very impactful.
Yeah, he's got the range. He's got
and
very
he's
good
improved a lot as an actor, and I think this is the perfect film for him to star in now, where it's action packed, lots of fighting, lots of stunts, but still he's learned from good directors. He's learned from Denis Villeneuve. He's learned from James Gunn, from very good directors, working with good directors. So I really respect Bautista and his trajectory as an actor. Now, this one, Franco, I've been really excited to talk about because it came out quite a few days ago, but obviously came out right after the podcast. MaXXXine, America's Scream Queen, a new trailer for Ty West's deadly slasher. The name on the tip of everyone's tongue is MaXXXine. In a new trailer for it, you guessed it, Ty West's upcoming horror feature, MaXXXine. Second full-length teaser dropped for audiences to feast their eyes on, and the heat is cranked the whole way up on Mia Goth's titular killer and aspiring star. Obviously, this follows the events of X, in which MaXXXine obviously was the sole survivor of the night of murder and carnage, and the police are clearly hot on her trail, with numerous officers hoping to have a word with the young starlet. And while she may have proven herself to be the most dangerous and murderous person on the farm in X, MaXXXine appears to have met her match as Richard Ramirez, a.k.a. the Night Stalker, has his sights set on her. And yes, it's a real-life killer. They're using a real-life killer in this. Or maybe the infamous serial killer has picked the wrong woman to mess with. Franco, you've watched the trailer. What do you think?
It looks like he's going towards the Giallo style, especially with the lighting.
So good.
So beautiful, and the leather glove. When there's, I think I can't wait to watch this. Like this movie cannot come out, and I want to watch this in cinema. Is this coming out in cinemas?
Oh, 100% in cinemas. If it comes out in cinemas in Malta, that's a good question. I would imagine it does come out in cinemas, because I think Ty West has made a big enough name for cinemas, even in Malta, to pay. I mean,
let's hope so, man, because I would want to watch this in cinema. You know, like again, like I still remember, whenever I think there's a horror coming soon, I'd love to go watch it in cinemas. I think it's the most fun I have going to.
How are you with Pearl and X, Franco?
Pearl and X, no, I am the one who prefers Pearl to X, and people tell me X
Pearl as well.
And people say X is better. I mean, they're both up there. They both have their own. They have their own style, and it's Ty West. What he did with both is very extremely interesting, especially
with a very small budget.
Yeah, especially with Pearl.
Pearl, the production design on Pearl.
And it has the Martin Scorsese seal of approval. Like, no, I mean, but because it is that kind of there's that kind of 50s melodrama around it, and what he did, Ty West, was quite daring as well. Like, get that melodrama and then transform it into something horrific.
Yes, 100%. And that final scene in Pearl, I'll never forget that smile. Well done. Again, me too. I'm like beyond hyped for this film. I'm beyond hyped. And I am also beyond hyped for the next film on my list. And that is the trailer for... Wait, where did it go? Here it is. And that is a film, another franchise, which I'm a big fan of, haven't really been the biggest fan of the latest outings, but this seems to be going back to the original premise of out of this world terror, which awaits sci-fi fans in the latest trailer for Fede Álvarez's alien Romulus. Yesterday, we saw an ominous poster featuring a face hugger doing what it does best, foretold, coming off today's drop, which serves as the second teaser for the movie that touches down in cinemas on August 16. This time around, the space crew tangoing with the deadly extraterrestrials will be made up of actors, including Cailee Spaeny, Isabella Merced, Archie Renault, David Johnson, Spike Fern, and Aileen Wu. Franco, you checked out the trailer for Alien Romulus. We had already commented about the teaser trailer. We said, this is great. And now I have a full trailer. What do you think? Still hyped for this?
Yes. I mean, it's like you said, it's going back to the classic, and almost like giving it an update too, with new, with improved graphics. This seems like it's harking back to the Ridley Scott Alien, not the
Alien.
more action-packed action horror.
Aliens.
But I'm looking forward. There seems to be quite the horror element in it. I'm looking forward to it. Even the lighting looks
the
good.
lighting. Yes, I wanted to comment about the lighting. The red lighting is delicious to see on screen. It's just, watching this trailer, and I watched this trailer and the MaXXXine trailer after each other. I was like, cinema's back. We have good lighting again. Because sometimes you watch certain, contemporary films, modern films, and you're like, man, why is the lighting so bland? Why is everything brown? Why is everything look like a Netflix series? And then you watch this trailer, and then you watch the trailer for MaXXXine, and you're like, okay, this looks good. For example, that's why I'm really enjoying Dark Matter, Franco. It doesn't look like a Netflix series.
I mean, it's an Apple TV series, so there's that.
Yes. But so that helps. That helps, right? When you're watching something, the fact that it looks good, it's always a good thing, right?
always.
But yes, I love the atmosphere. There was one comment. Why did they have a British actor say water in a horror scene? And when I rewatched the trailer, I was like, oh shit, now I'm gonna laugh when I watch this in the cinema. There's something in the water.
No, but he's the guy. He's actually the guy from Rye Lane. He's British. So I think they're going for the British.
Okay.
Even John Hurt was British as well. Not only John Hurt, Ian Holm. Who was the android in Alien.
And there's Cailee Spaeny, who is slowly really building a name for herself. Obviously was in Civil War. What did we see her as well in? What was that horror film? She had a horror film, no? Cailee Spaeny, I believe. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm gonna check quickly.
She had no, she did not. I must be mixing her up.
The Craft Legacy.
No. I must be mixing her up with someone else. She had Bad Times at the El Royale as well. Joe watched that one. And Priscilla. She was very good in Priscilla, so yeah, I liked her in that. All right, guys, that's it with regard to trailers. Some very interesting trailers, to be honest. Very positive today with regard to the trailers. Good to be positive every now and then. Not always being forced to be negative, complaining about Hollywood films looking bland and boring, and CGI looking awful in another Netflix film. Talking about complaining. Hey, it's Joe.
Hey,
that's why I'm here.
Just in time to complain about the games.
What's happened in games? I've been out of the loop. I haven't paid attention to state of play or...
Yes, the state of play. I was just going to bring that up now because next up, viewers and listeners, we're going to be talking about video games. Franco, you can go have a nap.
Take a break. Okay, see you guys.
Joe, I'm going to skip past the state of play because literally not one game caught my attention apart from Path of Exile. And we've already talked about that.
Yeah.
But the Xbox Games Showcase was bloody fantastic. Every game, I loved every game they showed. Let me go through them all. This was insane.
I did see something about the new Doom.
Yes. Yeah. The new Doom. Let me start off from the bottom. So they announced the new Xbox Series, whatever. Whatever, we don't really care. It's gonna have a 2 terabyte SSD apparently. I mean, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Gears of War. Got a trailer for Gears of War. It's going to be a prequel. I played a couple of Gears of War. I got them on PC after they released, obviously, on Xbox. They're fun games. I enjoyed playing them. So
yeah, I've played a couple before. My friend had an Xbox 360 back in the day, so I used to play on his.
Nice. It's going to be set 14 years before the first game. So yeah, it will be on the emergence of the Locust Horde. I always like day one, post-apocalyptic film. So it should be fun. Franco.
I was gonna say, apparently, speaking of Dave Bautista, he was geared, excuse the pun, to star in the live-action movie.
I think that's the perfect role for him.
I think every single actor in that film should be a wrestler.
Mm-hmm. True.
Oh, don't give them the idea to put in The Rock, though. Please.
John Cena.
Everyone but him. John Cena, Jason Momoa. I know he's not a wrestler, but he basically is. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's built like one, so there's that.
And wow, the guy we said who should be Batman was in Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Alan Richardson.
That's it. Alan Richardson. He'd be a good pick for Gears of War. He's a big dude, man. Big dude. Avowed, which didn't Avowed release already?
No, it's been coming for a long time. This is like Obsidian's so-called Skyrim killer.
Yes. This is the one with the magic, right?
Yeah.
Lots of magic. Yes. Man, I thought that released. I've been hearing about Avowed for so long.
Yeah, it's pushing 10 years now.
Madonna. This looks interesting. I saw the trailer for this. This looks like a decent. Should be fun, but again, looks. Now you mentioned Skyrim. Yes, it looks very much like Skyrim.
Yeah.
Wuchang, which, like in the description, is a Souls-like action game. Everyone trying to make their own Dark Souls now. This is not for me. This is probably the one game I said probably isn't for me. I mean, again, I'm a big Dark Souls fan, but the Souls-like games feel like anytime I start playing them, I'm like, I should be playing Dark Souls and not a Souls-like game.
Yeah,
Dark Souls has a better action game system than this. Stalker, which I'm very much excited for.
Yeah.
Stalker
that's been a long time coming as well.
Also a long time coming. Actually, I'd like to bring up the trailer for Stalker because I'm sure you guys will enjoy. I won't show the whole thing, but I'll show some scenes because this looks really good. Graphically, I thought it was very impressive. The world, all made in game. The world looks fantastic. I think this should be real fun. What was the name of that other post-apocalyptic game set in Russia?
Metro.
Oh, I love Metro. I miss the Metro games. 2033, I think, was the last one.
Their company was based in Malta, 4A Games, no?
Yeah. For a good while, yeah.
I
had no idea.
Yeah. For a good while they were based here, and I forgot what happened for them to close down. But we had 4A Games in Malta.
Nostra. That was such a great franchise. Such a great franchise, and the politics in it was so funny. I mean, horrific, but funny at the same time. Horrific because there were the H guy in it as well. I can't say the name because we'll be blocked.
Yeah, exactly.
But funny in a certain sense because it's always with a tongue-in-cheek kind of like style done in Metro. I really like the game, and it's got the same vibes kind of here as well. Did you play the original Stalker, Joe?
No, I never did.
I didn't either, but everyone talks about how great it was.
Yeah, it was. I think it was based on the book on the same book that Andrei Tarkovsky made the movie about as well.
Yeah, and even that game recently.
Right.
The book is called Roadside Picnic.
Exactly.
But there was a game recently, Something Drive, where it's like basically a survival RPG, but it's all like basically around like keeping your car in as best condition as possible. And even that was apparently very inspired by it.
Yes. I'm gonna find it soon. But yeah, Roadside Picnic.
Yeah.
I know which game you're telling.
Now, the production for this game, as you can see here in the description, has been a tough one. Of course, GSC Game World is a Ukrainian studio. Were forced to relocate to Prague. Then one of the members, I remember reading about it, his name is here, Volodymyr Yashov, was killed in the fighting. And then in late 2023, in Prague, their studio was damaged in a fire. So it's had a really, really tough development cycle. Thankfully, no one was hurt in that. But yeah, it's been a tough road to make this game. But I think they've done a great job, at least from what we've seen so far.
So the game was called Pacific Drive.
That's it.
Pacific Drive. All right, no, I haven't played that. So it's based on the same book as Stalker, Tarkovsky's.
I wouldn't say based. It takes a lot of its ideas.
Oh, okay.
Like
all right.
The notion of what a stalker is from the book Roadside Picnic. So
Okay. All right. Mecha Break, mech stuff. Again, not one for me, to be honest. Don't know if you've seen anything about this, Joe.
Nope.
Can I
Life
say
is Strange.
Soviet sci-fi is quite awesome, huh? It's Stanislav Lem.
Oh, yeah, it's sick. Like it's really good.
It's really, really good. Soviet sci-fi.
Yeah, Life is Strange. With I actually played the first Life is Strange. Actually, I had a really good time playing it. No, I never continued it. I know there were a lot of games followed, which followed the first one. I had a really good time playing the first Life is Strange, the first chapter. Highly recommended. The writing for it is fantastic. Really good writing, I remember, for it. Atomfall, Rebellion's next game, will take you to the idyllic pubs and quaint villages of the English countryside. Developer of Sniper Elite and Zombie Army, although wicked cults and rogue government agencies might make you want to reconsider booking that trip. Set 5 years after a real-world nuclear disaster that occurred in northern England in 1957. Atomfall takes place in a fictional quarantine zone and is inspired by Cold War paranoia, folk horror, and classic British sci-fi. This looks like an interesting one. To be honest with you,
cool. It sounds cool, but like, what kind of game is it?
To be honest with
you,
I might have skipped out on this one during the showcase. I have completely shut my eye off why this was going on.
Is this like Commando style? Remember that's top down?
It's a first-person shooter. First-person shooter. Yeah.
This looks.
I'm pausing and moving.
Quicker, man.
Okay.
This looks a little bit like.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember there was a game announced years ago? It ended up being a bit of a letdown, but people said it looked a lot like BioShock, but it was set in England, called We Happy Few. I
remember it. I never played it though.
Yeah, it's kind of giving me vibes of that. It could just be the fact that it's set in England, but that's why this looks cool. Yeah. I like this. This looks like strange British folk horror BioShock.
Okay.
So,
okay.
If
it's good, I'm in.
Yeah. I like the atmosphere. Yeah, looks fun. Graphics, to be honest, don't look that great.
Yeah, but it's what a year.
I mean, it's better than the ones I sent you that looked like coming out of PS1, right? What was that game, by the way?
I think it's coming up later on. Yeah, we had this you like, Joe. I forgot the name, Franco. I think it's coming up, however, in this.
And this one.
We had a look at Assassin's Creed Shadows, which debuted. Well, it didn't really debut. We've already seen it, but we had another look. Let me bring it up on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Some more kind of like in-game footage. I'm always a little like with this in-game footage.
It so far looks like a far less impressive Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
Bruce said the pubs sounds like my kind of game. Yes. Quick quick plug, if any filmmakers out there watching this, remember that on the 22nd June, we're going to meet at the Crafty Pub
Yes.
to 40 video nasties, get together, and we can share ideas and collaborate together. Yep.
Yes.
Shit, I'll be missing that by 3 days. I arrive on the 25th.
Ilalo.
I think you guys should change the entire event just for me.
Exactly. Yes, Bruce.
I
Bruce
agree.
should. I agree, Bruce. Yes.
Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to make it on the 27th, to be honest, myself.
22nd.
22nd. Oh, I definitely won't be able to make it then. Exams. God damn it.
I'll be going because obviously I need to get my shit together.
Yeah, like you said, Joe, this looks like a less impressive Ghost of Tsushima. I think Ghost of Tsushima brought up the level so high that it's like, how do you compete with that game? The visuals and the color scheme in Ghost of Tsushima was just so beautiful, man. The flowers.
This just looks like a very dull, like feudal Japan.
Like, look at this world. Like, look at this. And then look at the opening scene of Ghost of Tsushima when you're riding in the field. That scene. Or the scene where, on the first scene where you have a duel when you're training.
Yeah.
Those scenes, man, the color is incredible. And then this looks a little bland with regard to the world. Like, we've seen all this before, haven't we? And we've seen better than this before. Which, yeah. Well, we'll see. It'll still do great. Next up, we had Microsoft Flight Simulator, which still has the most impressive graphics I've ever seen. Like, really impressive graphics in that trailer. Mixtape, which I ignored, to be honest, when it came up.
I showed you the.
Oh, this is the one. Okay, I shut off my eye with this one. I was like, yeah, this is not for me.
Oh, okay. No, because it sounds cool. I don't know what it is, but
okay. So let me read out the description. Three friends embark on one final adventure together in Mixtape, combination of dreamlike reenactments of their formative memories and narrative vignettes centered around pivotal moments in their lives drives the story. Soundtrack with music from Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Iggy Pop, Sushi, and the Banshees, Joy Division, and the more that makes this game sound cool. Developed by Beethoven and Dinosaur, the studio behind the Artful Escape, will arrive in 2025.
Bruce said, "Thanks for the plug. Sorry, Joe. Thanks for the plug. Sorry, Joe. We'll have to save our Furiosa fight for another time."
I knew Bruce would hate that movie.
He didn't hate it. I think he liked it, actually. He liked the action.
But
wasn't
he
the biggest
said
fan on the pacing, though. He had some issues with the pacing, I know. He
always does.
To be fair, I did have some issues with the pacing as well. That's my one negative with that film. The pacing was a little...
I'm starting to think that it's just all an old people problem as the youngest.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, this one I'll admit, I also shut my eye off during this one, Winterborough. When I see these graphics, I'm sorry. I know there are a lot of people who are fans of these graphics, but you know, I have a really powerful graphics card and I want to use it.
I hate to drop the same joke twice, but you not liking those graphics is definitely an old person problem.
It's a boomer. At least I'm not the only resident boomer now. Okay,
because like okay, it's like childlike and like cartoony, but like it's cool and it's unique.
Yes, it's cool. It's just not for me.
Did I show you? It's a really interesting concept of 8-bit graphics, pixel graphics, and live action. It's a horror game as well. I don't know if I shared it with you in our chat, guys.
It's not ringing a bell. Not ringing a bell, to be honest.
I'll show you. Freckpunk. Oh my god, this
one looks very generic.
Oh my god, another 5v5 hero shooter. I can't wait not to play
it. After that one by Sony, shown by Sony. Sony showed the 5v5 shooter.
They're all making Overwatch is just like it's spawning clones all over the place.
Yes, after the failure of Overwatch 2. I think that's what inspired everyone.
You say that, but still millions of people are still playing Overwatch 2.
Yeah. We talked about it last week, Bilha Franco, the 5v5 Sony game. Remember? We talked about it last week. I forgot the name. But we commented about the Sony showcase. Sony had a small showcase last week.
Yeah.
And we had commented about it. Now this one, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So I watched a trailer. I wasn't too positive about the trailer for the first trailer we had. first gameplay trailer. But this one, again, still not too happy about the whole first person of it all. But the game devs are the game devs. The game company hasn't made, first person shooters. So I understand, right? Again, also not too happy about the graphics. But again, it is what it is. This was fine. This little fight here, as unrealistic as it all was, it's Indiana Jones. So, I mean, you don't come for Indiana Jones for realism. Joe, I don't know if you had a look at this trailer, the second trailer for Indiana Jones game.
No, but I didn't like the first trailer, and you've stopped it right there. It looks shit.
Yes, that's the thing, right? Franco, we had comments about graphics.
Those are like some early PS3 graphics. Like
that's an issue.
Really bad to show at the showcase.
Yes. We had commented about the first trailer, Franco. I don't know, Joe, were you here when we talked about the trailer?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And we're already not too positive about that trailer. No, actually, Franco, I think you weren't here when we talked.
I wasn't here. I think but it does look like really, this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, it does not look great. Does not look great. Now, to be fair, I will say the voice acting was on point. I really like the voice acting. There's Troy Baker voice acting as Indiana Jones, and yes, you can hear Troy Baker here and there. You can hear a bit of Joel every now and then. But apparently they use some AI as well to change his voice a little bit, sound a bit more like Indiana Jones. But even the voice actor for the N guy,
another N word. Okay.
No, not Jesus. The N word. Jesus, no, the N guy,
No, I mean
NA guy.
I think Franco's claiming you're creating another N word by refusing to say the word Nazi.
Exactly.
No, we can't say that we'll get blocked on YouTube.
Yes, we get that's because it's
apparently
the new,
there's voice
new
recognition.
YouTube.
There's voice recognition, and
it's the new YouTube terms, and even
use certain terminology.
Like even the K word you cannot say, not the triple K, but there's a K word where basically this guy K's off another.
Yes, you can't say the K word exactly.
It's
stuff like that. Apparently, it shows your video to less people.
Context means nothing.
No, for an AI, context means nothing because they have an AI detecting the stuff. For the AI, I mean, I got blocked on Facebook for saying there was corruption in Gotham City. Oh no, I used the C word. So I got blocked on Facebook.
Corruption?
Yes, because I said, and Facebook told me, "Are you sure about your claim?" I'm like, "Yes, the Batman is fighting corruption in Gotham City." And I got blocked for like a week. I couldn't post stuff.
Oh my God.
Jesus. I'd like, for the first time in my life as a straight white man, I feel incredibly censored right now.
Jesus.
This was when I posted my review for the Batman, the 2022, the Batman, and my description of the video was Batman fights corruption in Gotham City, something like that. And I was like, wait, where's my video? And I go into my Facebook profile, and it's like, your video has not been shared. Are you sure about the claims you are making about corruption? Wait, what?
About Batman?
About Batman fighting corruption in Gotham City?
Yeah, of course.
Like, wait, what? And then I noticed that on my page, on the Ad Lib, back then it was Ad Lib Talk page, I couldn't share anything for a week because I had made a claim about corruption, which was unsubstantiated. Wait, what? And I claimed, and my claim got manually cancelled or blocked or whatever. I forgot what it was.
Oh, Jesus.
Someone manually pressed no.
You know what?
Get your page back for a week.
You know what's funny is other like some governments do use Facebook and this shit to put trolls around, and those are fine apparently. But you saying the C word or the N word, it's like, no, guys, we have to keep this politically neutral.
It's not even the real N word.
Exactly.
It's to put it into historical context, the 1933 to 1945 N word.
Exactly, N words, which is valid to say, not the other one, obviously.
Yeah.
La la la.
I don't remember. Is it? Yeah, that was hilarious. And that fucking block really.
I can't tell if you guys are pulling my leg or not, right?
No. I'm serious. No. Even Etan commented in the chat. He works with me. He remembers this happening on my Facebook
of him saying there's corruption in Gotham City. It's unsubstantiated, guys. Okay.
and I got blocked for a week.
Fucking
My whole page
unbelievable.
got blocked for a week. Man. That was crazy. That was crazy. But I mean, that's AI. AI doesn't take context into consideration. It's just,
Yeah, but then they want AI to fucking write scripts, right?
Yeah.
Of course it will.
Here we go, people. Mic drop. There you go.
They should check out my robot. That should write scripts.
Can I?
Everything.
Andrea, I think I'm gonna steal that story, but anyway, I credit you.
Credit me, please.
Okay.
But yeah, again, not the biggest fan. Better than the first trailer, definitely better. Still not the biggest fan of the first-person shooter of it all. Don't know, guys, if you want to add anything, or we can move on.
The retro platformer seemed much more fun than this all graphics and whatnot. Where basically it was like a Castlevania, but with Indiana Jones instead.
Even the movie seems really slow. It's like the latest Indiana Jones, where every punch is like, oh.
I mean, it's the age.
The age is what it is, right? Maybe they're
Speaking
portraying that. Sea of Thieves. More Sea of Thieves, apparently still a big game. Fable.
Oh my God.
Fable. We're getting a new Fable. No, I know there's been
of Fable, isn't it?
Yes, it's a reboot of Fable. There's been a lot of complaints because the main protagonist is not. I mean, I'm gonna say it as well. I mean, not the most good-looking person showcased. There's been lots of hate for that. If you look at the trailer, it's got lots of dislikes. Like
Joe's like.
By the way, it's a female character. By the way, that's why.
Yeah.
For that.
But I bet the people that are saying all these things are. I mean, if we get a ban for this, whatever, they're fucking disgusting fat white men.
No, they won't get a ban for that.
Sure, they're fucking bottom feeder basement resenting losers that are like, why don't I have some double D bodacious like fucking supermodel to play as and not this normal looking person? Fucking grow up.
And if you look at the comment section, let me find the trailer actually whilst I'm talking about this.
No!
And the comment section is all, do I have a character creation? But is there a character creation? Is there a character creation?
I mean,
I don't
if that is your issue, that's a valid question. Because
No, but they're not saying
maybe you want character creation.
No, they're not saying it because they want the character creation.
No, I know. But I'm saying like maybe amongst the thousands, there's like 3 or 4 who are just like, but can we create our character?
I mean, look at the dislikes.
How can you see the dislikes? I cannot see.
I backed that guy who said I better be able to kick the chickens. I agree.
But this is much better. Either they've banned all those comments, because when I checked out the trailer,
surely there's character customization.
100%. Oh, because this is on the GameSpot page. I think it was on the original page. Was it on the?
That's the ugly woman. Sorry.
Yes.
It's just a regular looking woman.
That's a regular looking.
I see thousands of them daily walking down the street.
What's this?
Oh, that is Fable. Yeah.
Yeah, even this guy said they deleted all the negative comments. Dear Lord, I hope there's a character creator.
Oh, but then it's like what's his name? The guy from IT Crowd. The IT Crowd.
Oh, Richard Ayoade.
I know Richard Ayoade is a beautiful specimen of a human being. I mean,
working man's Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
But from the little bit that they showed, and they didn't show any gameplay, unfortunately. There's going to be again, as since it's a Fable game, a big focus on decisions you take, character decisions, and that they will have strong consequences. And I'm happy that seems to be the case. And the tone, the Fable tone, that very light-hearted tone, is there as well.
Diablo 4. What?
Yes, another trailer, really impressive trailer. Wow, the trailers that Blizzard produced.
Oh my God, sorry.
They're really, really great at making trailers that don't represent any kind of gameplay.
Exactly.
But guys, hold on. Can you stay on there, please? Can you stay there?
Oh.
Look at the bokeh in the background. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, then just compared to the Indiana Jones shit we just saw.
Oh my god.
Yes. If we have a look at the trailer, like they invest a lot of money on these trailers. I read that the trailer, the scene at the end of Diablo 4, which is this like massive battle. I think I had sent it to you guys. They had spent the amount he spent on a mid-budget film, basically. Like if you look at those details.
Oh my god.
The details are crazy. And then the blood details in this scene, crazy good. The thing is, obviously, then the game doesn't look like this.
No, of course.
Fucking nothing. Nothing like this happens in the game.
Look at this, man. Like the design and it's so beautiful. Look at this.
The depth of field. How did they? Oh my god, that depth of field.
Yeah, it's crazy good. Crazy. Like,
the flaring. Oh, fuck off.
Yes.
Way.
Yes. It's so good. It looks amazing. Like,
This should be reacted to by the corridor crew, guys.
Like the stuff they do is crazy. It's just obviously then the games are nothing like that.
obviously, but god damn, that looks fantastic.
Yes, they do some amazing job. The art and visual team. Metal Gear Solid. We're gonna get a remake of the prequel, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. With rebooted graphics, but a very similar original playstyle and control scheme as well. It looks good. I mean, it's Metal Gear Solid. I think it'll be fun for people who are fans of the Metal Gear Solid franchise. I'm not the biggest fan, so again, this is not one for me.
I don't like the mention of the similar playstyle. Because
why,
Snake Eater, I'm one big fan of the Metal Gear Solid games. Snake Eater is the best one by far, not just in my opinion. That's pretty unanimous across the board. But the controls are pretty dated. Like it needs to be updated. Like it needs to have what happened with like the Resident Evil 2 remake, where
with the
it
controls,
needs to be like a modern system.
With the controls, you can use the original control scheme or the new gameplay like control scheme. So there's going to be a new control scheme, but you can use the old one if you want to.
It's not necessarily controls, but like I doubt they're going to do this. But like you couldn't like run and shoot basically at the same time.
Gameplay has been overhauled.
Okay.
I did see running. I did see running and sliding, for example.
Okay.
What
we essentially need is to just remake Snake Eater with the
same story.
Same story, but with the graphics and engine that was used for Phantom Pain.
That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with this, basically. It looks fun. Looks really fun.
Oh, I've heard of this before.
The Siege of Dawn looks really, really fun. And again, getting hate because apparently there's a sweet baby
woman in it?
on it. And there's a woman as the lead. A woman of color as the lead. But if you just look at the gameplay looks fantastic. The gameplay looks so bloody good. I'm so impressed that the gameplay looks this good. Like, graphically, it's not the most impressive, but the gameplay-wise, it looks like so much fun.
For an indie developer, what will probably be like a AA game, I suppose.
Exactly.
It looks very good.
It looks really fun.
It's an
really
indie.
fun.
It's an indie studio. Well, okay.
Yeah, sharp action, impactful, good, shooting mechanics and spell mechanics. It looks really fun, really fun. I think this will be a blast to play. But again, the reactions, as you can see from the likes, dislikes, weren't that positive. Again, lots of people talking about Sweet Baby Inc. here.
Fuck off. Gamers should really.
Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology. Yes, there's going to be a reboot for Age of Mythology. Let me bring it up. Age of Mythology Retold. This is going to be the name.
I wasted at least 3 years of my childhood on Age of Mythology, so I'm excited for this.
Joe drinking blood of butthurt gamers there.
The blood of my enemies, right here.
It's aiming to merge the old school charm of the franchise with modern real-time strategy design and visuals. Visuals don't look amazing, but I mean,
it's an RTS. Who gives a shit? If it plays well in its Age of Mythology, I'm in. I might just buy a Steam Deck for it. Who knows?
It looks, again, if you're a fan of Age of Mythology,
on a Steam Deck.
Yeah,
I don't understand how you play RTS either on PS5 or on a Steam Deck.
I never got it either. I never got it.
Nowadays, they're optimized really well for it.
Ustra?
Okay.
I never got why someone would play it on a console.
I know it's easier on a PC, but if I start playing it on a PC, I will never leave.
Because the mouse makes life so easy for strategy games.
True.
And especially RTS games.
This is the kind of game, if they somehow released it for iPad, so long, was nice knowing you.
So that's Age of Mythology retold, new World of Warcraft expansion, Perfect Dark. Did you play the original Perfect Dark, guys? You.
No.
This also looks really good.
It's one of those where, being a fan of games, you just hear it mentioned all the time.
What's this?
I never played the originals. I know I've heard about it a long time. Came out 19 years ago, apparently. The gameplay, again, looks fantastic. There's lots of hacking and scanning people. You sneak in, as you can see here from the gameplay. I'm skipping past it, just so we don't
yellow things to show that they can be climbed.
Yeah, of course, you got to have the yellow ledge, right, to show you where to go. Lots of hacking. It's like a mixture of Deus Ex, remind me a lot of Deus Ex, and the kind of but the vibe isn't Deus Ex either. It's like the sci-fi elements of Deus Ex. You've got, so this is some gameplay here. We can see it looks fun. It looks fun. I think it looks good. I think the setting seems interesting. With the Ubisoft game. What was the Ubisoft game which had a lot of
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. That's it. Watch Dogs and Deus Ex. It's like a mixture of those two games basically together. It looks interesting, to be honest. It's a combination of espionage and blazing gun battles. Joanna Dark has to hunt down the world's most wanted criminal, Daniel Carrington, to uncover a mystery that threatens the entire world. I'm in, to be honest. Now, the game that caught my interest the most is the next one, Claire Obscure, and I have to hurry up because we've got 30 minutes to finish all our reviews. But this game, holy shit, looks so good. This is Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which is the debut title from Sandfall Interactive. An RPG game, players will lead an expedition on a desperate adventure to destroy the Paintress, who's hell-bent on erasing the few human survivors left in the world. And as you can see from the reactions, this is probably the one game that got only positive reactions. It's turn-based, and it looks like a really fun turn-based action game. Like the gameplay, but watch the whole trailer, guys.
It looks cool, but I want to control it.
Oh, you're not a fan of turn-based games, Joe?
Me neither. At all.
Even Final Fantasy has said sayonara to that, and it basically invented it.
After Baldur's Gate 3, I want to play turn-based games. Like Baldur's Gate 3 did it so well.
That's a little bit different because it is being Dungeons and Dragons with a video game. And it's going to be much rarer to see someone do it even as good as that because that is their thing, Larian Studios.
Fair enough. But Joe, watch the whole trailer then after.
Seeing it now looks cool as fuck, but I'm just disappointed I don't get to actually control these people. Like even the parries, you can make a parry or a counter. It looks bloody insane. I really want to play this game. And this final scene really caught my attention. It's like the character dying, and they're like, but we did it for a reason, right? We're helping someone else. And I think death is going to be a really important element of this game as well, at least from what we've seen from the trailer. This is the trailer that most caught my attention, and it looks sick. Even the world looks varied, nice variation in the world. I think variation in games is so important. The characters seem interesting as well from their dialogue. Yeah, this one
is the one that
I guess no
spotlight.
one cares about the woman because this time she's a cutie patootie redhead. So
Exactly. And this guy says it's a nice breath of fresh air.
it does look different for a turn-based game.
It is. Then there are some other games, South of Midnight, which really fucked me up with the frames changes. Let me bring up the original because I don't think there's anything else to showcase. Just gonna show them. South of Midnight, which really fucked me up with the frames changing. I can't play that game because it will make me dizzy. Fallout 76 getting an update. Starfield getting a really interesting expansion. I hated the game, but this trailer looked fantastic. Bringing a lot of horror to it. But the horror vibe looked great.
Yes, but Andrea, I can't get in my ship and fly it up and over to another planet and then land it.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Which breaks the immersion. So it sounds ridiculous when you say it. But when you're actually playing it,
every fucking door is a portal to a loading.
And the loading screen comes up, it really breaks the immersion and completely ruins the game. Ruins the game for me.
And people are like, oh, but did you know you can actually fly to another planet? It just takes fucking hours to do so. And you're like, I don't want to spend hours going
and it completely glitches out.
Through empty space.
Completely glitches out, apparently, when Sharalan... what's her name?
Dragon Age?
Yeah, new Dragon Age. So it's going to be apparently... we're going to have Varric in it. Varric will be in the game. I'm a big fan of the Dragon Age games. I think the first Dragon Age Origins, was one of my personal...
It's an all-timer, fantastic.
One of my personal all-time favorite games, and
Dragon Age 2 sucks balls.
Dragon Age 2 sucked. Dragon Age Inquisition was fun.
It's okay.
It won Game of the Year, actually. It won Game of the Year that year.
Yeah. Well,
it was very good.
That year. It wasn't a tough one.
It was a very, very good game, but Dragon Age Origins was ridiculously good. Like, just the depth of the characters in Dragon Age Origins was insane. You loved it as well, right, Joe?
Yeah, for me, it needs a little bit of its combat overhauled from Inquisition.
Yeah,
like I think it steered too heavily into sort of becoming like almost like a strategy game where you use the mechanic where like you can pause combat and like move around and stuff like that.
Yes,
I feel like Inquisition relied a bit too much on that. They need to find like a healthy middle.
Yes, I hope there is still the option of if you're a fan of the action games, you can go.
Yeah, I'm sure. If they decide to do it, no, this is all like the pause style combat. I'm like, okay. I guess I won't buy this.
Because the Dragon Age 2 really ruined it, really completely fucked up a winning formula. Oh, that's why you don't change a winning formula. I mean, the trailer itself doesn't show much. It shows the different characters you will have, but unfortunately, there's no gameplay. Apparently, there's going to be gameplay shown either today or tomorrow, I believe. So yeah, June 11th. So it will be tomorrow. We'll see actual gameplay. So maybe we'll comment about it next week. State of Decay. I haven't played State of Decay, so I can't comment about that. But it's a zombie apocalypse game with some interesting survival elements. And to conclude, we've got Doom the Dark Ages, which looks fucking insane, as you would expect any Doom game to be. I'm a big fan of the Doom franchise. I've played the latest 2 Doom games, and both of them were crazy good, with probably some of the best soundtracks we've had in games. And again, Doom the Dark Ages, which, again, gameplay-wise...
Oh my God.
Crunchy gameplay, very bloody.
So cool. That shield, I want it in real life.
Yes, the shield looks crazy.
I don't know what the fuck I do with it, but I want it.
Have you played the Doom games, guys? I don't know if you played especially the most recent Doom games.
Since I was a child, as bad as that probably is, but
well, I remember. No, I was a child when I played them. I remember the graphics as well. Like, when you remember the guy getting hit and the UI was just at the bottom of the window. Exactly.
Yeah, good times. When the UI didn't cover the whole screen.
the Doom reboot was one of it was up there with like God of War. Of this is how you reboot a game.
Yes, that Doom was one of the first games I got on my PC. I got a new PC. That's when I started working in 2015, I believe. And it was so good. The graphics, man, were so beautiful and crisp. And the combat so punchy. And the soundtrack, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. And this is definitely a game that I'll get. And Call of Duty. Surprise, surprise. New year, new Call of Duty.
Yeah, we're on Black Ops 6 now.
Black Ops 6?
Yes.
Guys,
to be fair, the Black Ops games are always very good. Guys.
that's Robert Redford. Robert Redford.
No, that's
No, I know, no, but I know that's Bush Senior.
That's Bush. No, the character. No, that's a character. I forget the name of the characters. I don't really care about the campaigns, to be honest. I just care about the multiplayer and Warzone and zombies.
You see, that's the reason why we keep getting fucking so many Call of Duty games. They just go, oh, people just care about the multiplayer. That's why. And they put no effort into the story. The Call of Duty stories used to be fucking incredible.
Yes, apparently they put in a lot of effort into the story, though.
Yeah.
You say that every
They had 4 years. No, Joe.
Wait.
But this year.
You say they had 4 years. How many other Call of Duties have released in the last 4?
No, but it's different studios working on Call of Duties.
Yeah, I mean, same with difference.
No. Treyarch is its own studio. Treyarch is the last game Treyarch worked on.
You're telling me like the difference between like a cacio e pepe and the carbonara. There's just no guanciale in one of them.
No, but you can't compare Treyarch with who makes the Modern Warfare games? Oh, just so.
They're so different. You can't name them.
Yes, they are. No, Joe. If you play them, the difference is insane. Like,
I have played them and they play exactly the same.
No, but if you compare Cold War, compare, let's say, the 2019 Modern Warfare, and after that, Cold War came out. Coming from the reboot of Modern Warfare to Cold War, the game felt completely different. Because Cold War has always felt these Black Ops games have always felt very arcadey, like 80s arcadey action games. Whilst the Modern Warfare games feel a little more realistic in their style of gameplay. No, Joe, trust me, I played every Call of Duty game since eternity, skipping 1 or 2, and you really can't tell the difference between them. Now, slightly agree with you as well, and I'm going to stop here because we have to get into the reviews. They are now all apparently on the same engine. So that's going to make them feel a little samey. That's true. But looking at the gameplay we have here, for example, them bringing in the Omni movement, which means that your character literally can move anywhere, jump anywhere. No, it's not just left, right, front, and back. That's going to be, again, bring a big change, I believe, to gameplay, that kind of movement. We'll see. I have high expectations for this one. I haven't had high expectations for a Call of Duty game in years.
And you also have to have a high-capacity hard disk, because apparently it's around 300 gigs.
300 gigabytes, man. Fucking crazy.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have external hard drives that are less than that. With backed up footage, from years back.
Yes.
300. That's basically my PS5.
Yeah.
You kidding?
There can be only one. There can be only one game.
One game. They put a lot of effort and also gigabytes in that game.
Well, guys, let's get into the reviews. Joe, let's start off with The Acolyte. Get that shit out of the way.
You mean
Oh my god! Oh my god! 4.4.
To power through one episode to try and get through it, and then I was just like, nope.
So, why did you not like The Acolyte, Joe?
Obviously because there's a woman in it. No, that's not why. I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. I actually, because I'm laughing, the actress's name escapes me, but she was the young girl in the Hunger Games. Carrie-Anne Moss. She's not the main character. Amanda Stenberg. That's it. Yeah, she was in Bodies. She was in Hunger Games. I actually like her a lot. It just sucks. It's really boring. It doesn't look good. The combat fucking sucks. It's really bad. It's really, really bad.
Italy wants a serious word. Why?
I
Is
didn't
that,
get
because
it.
is that because I claimed that cacio e pepe and carbonara are basically
Oh
the same?
shit! Yes.
They are literally.
No, they're not, Joe. They're not.
Carbonara has the exact same ingredients as a cacio e pepe. You just add guanciale. That's it.
Wait, what? No.
Yes.
Carbonara has eggs.
Carbonara has
Okay,
Carbonara
fuck
has
an
eggs.
egg yolk. Fine.
Eggs and guanciale, completely different taste. If you said maybe gricia and carbonara, I'd say yes, gricia doesn't have eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you add some tomatoes to it, it becomes a fucking amatriciana.
And it's a completely different taste. Then.
I know, but I'm saying that was on the point of same but different.
Anyway,
They're
Acolyte.
different, no?
If you gave a random person off the street, if you got a cacio e pepe and you added guanciale to it, they would go, nice carbonara, guaranteed.
Actually, even if you add cream to anything, it's a nice carbonara.
I'm a massive stickler for like doing like Italian food right as well. But I was just making the point on same but different with the Call of Duty studios. Apologies, I'm sorry to the entire country of Italy. I love you.
And same but different is the Acolyte, right? We can going back to Star Wars, our series.
The Acolyte is
Joe, you are
shit
cancellato.
bad.
Cancellato, Joe.
No, but because the Acolyte, it's something about the Star Wars series makes me think I'm watching a set. I mean, at least I'm watching a set, not the fucking the.
I just like to point out whenever we talk about these Star Wars series, we're leaving Andor out of it completely. It doesn't.
Yeah.
No, of course, Andor doesn't count.
Give us more Andor.
But like compare this to Obi-Wan, or compare this to what other Star Wars series came out, or Book of Boba Fett, or season 3 of The Mandalorian. I mean, it looks so bland. Every one of these series looks so boring in a galaxy far away, but the locations are all so boring. At least there's a nice variety of aliens. I'll give it that. There is a nice variation of different kind of like aliens, right? And that's fun. That's fine. But everything else is so bland. Like the Jedi, okay, boom, process. The Jedi are dying. Yeah, but who the fuck are these Jedi? Like, okay, it's Carrie-Anne Moss. It's like it's very meta in a way because we're supposed to take it serious because it's Carrie-Anne Moss in an action scene and then dying. But I mean, if you don't know who Carrie-Anne Moss is, you won't know that this is like an important character.
Also, that's not a fucking spoiler. That happens in the first 3 minutes of the episode.
First 3 minutes in the episode.
And that's it. That's it. She doesn't.
If you make it through 3 minutes of that episode, fucking fair play to you.
And she doesn't. She doesn't come back again. Or
I'm
just
sure there will be some
it's gonna
flashback.
be flashbacks and stuff. I mean, but it's there.
And it's going to be a deconstruction of the Jedi. I mean, okay, sure.
There's a Sith character, and this is only 100 years before the Phantom Menace, even though a Sith hasn't been seen for 1,000 years. That doesn't break the canon whatsoever.
I mean, and I'm sorry. I know, Joe, you said that you really like this actress, Amanda Stellenberg, but I'm sorry, her line delivery on "Come at me" with your that line delivery made me laugh. I burst out laughing in that first scene, and when she does it in episode 2.
the opening 5 minutes was literally just me, just like this, just like
I burst out laughing.
the time.
Did you seriously say that? That line. Either the line is horrific and no one could make that line sound serious, or something was wrong with the line delivery. And she does it twice, and twice it sounds ridiculous. Come at me with all your strength. Like, what?
Come at me.
Attack me with all your strength.
Star Wars is always a little bit cheesy. It's part of its charm back in the 70s, and that's fine. But this is AI cheesy. AI cheesy. That line sounded very. On a totally different note, the show is getting a lot of hate, and this is not hate that I support, because the person that created the show was apparently Harvey Weinstein's assistant.
Yes.
And people are like. Yeah, people are like, oh, this person nepo babied themselves into Hollywood this way and is now destroying Star Wars. Which is a wild take.
Christiane really likes Russian dolls. She said it's good.
I think that's good. Maybe she should have stuck with that. Apparently, one thing this person did say, this Leslie, I've forgotten her name already.
Headland.
Yeah, Headland.
Whatever. She did say that I don't think she's ever actually seen all of Star Wars, which is a red flag.
To be honest, I did see some clips of even some of the actors on it. The actor who is what's the Jedi?
Lee Jong-jae?
Jedi? No, not Lee Jong-jae. No. I'm not thinking bad to say about.
Amy Tsang. There's Amy Tsang there. Amy Tsang.
I don't remember. I don't remember his name. It's so forgettable. Anyways, I saw a clip of him completely messing up Luke Skywalker with Anakin. Which, come on, dude, do a bit of research before you go for interviews on Star Wars.
But like you're an actor. It's like everyone in their fucking cat and dog knows what Star Wars is, right?
And then he's like, Anakin wasn't that bad, right? Like, was he not that bad?
Basically killed his wife and a bunch of kids.
I mean, come on. Like,
but also, like, again,
I have no idea what they're talking about.
If you're an actor and you're getting a role, you owe it not just to like an audience or to people you're working with, but to yourself to do research on the world and the role that you're inhabiting, no matter what it is. Like, that's why it's an art form. You know, people, I don't get a role as a lumberjack and then go and study painting. You know.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, I'm going to continue watching it because
I'm not
completionist.
I couldn't.
Star Wars.
When I tell you, I had to like, my phone was like the one ring calling to me throughout the entirety of the episode, and I had to like resist it from fucking doom scrolling on my phone while a TV show was on.
But it is what it is. We'll give the final. I'll give the final review.
Yes, you in about 10 weeks' time, you can tell us how shit it was. I guarantee it. I'm going to play Andrea Bingo over the next couple of episodes. I guarantee it. You're going to come away halfway through. You're going to be like, this one actually wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. 100%. You're going to, at some point, you're going to get Stockholm syndrome and be like, man, I was really hard on this show. And then the final episode's going to hit it and be like, that was pretty bad. That was a waste of my time.
There's going to be that one episode where we have Carrie Ann Moss doing some amazing fight choreography, and I'm gonna be like, this was really good.
I don't know if this show and the people running it are capable of good fight choreography, because what I've seen so far is literally like below no budget student film level. Like, I've been there.
It is. But I have hope. I don't have hope. I have hope that maybe 1 or 2 episodes will be good, though. I do have hope that 1 or 2 episodes will be good. And Lee Jung-jae, to be fair, I think he's doing his best in this very bland, boring role. But because I'm seeing a lot of people saying they love Master Sol, and I'm like, really? Did you meet Master Sol in episode 1, Joe? I forgot.
Which one was he?
Lee Jung-jae.
Okay, yes, I did meet him. I had no idea what his name was.
I mean, he's fine. I don't hate him, which is a positive compared to May.
Yeah,
but
I guess
I don't hate him, but I mean, he's stoic. Wow.
It should mean something that as a fan of this dumb world of laser swords and laser beams, it should really say something that I watched an episode and I can't name a single character. That speaks volumes, because I'm also someone that, like, as I've gotten older, I tend to just like try as much as I can to appreciate Star Wars just for being Star Wars, and it takes me back to being a kid, and it's a bit nostalgic, so that, but it's fucked at the moment.
Yep. Let's keep the same tone, because now we have to review Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Why is it it's a 7? Why is it a 7?
Actually, I haven't heard you guys talk about this film at all yet. You guys watched it and didn't say anything on our group chat.
For good reason.
No, you guys always have something to say.
No, for a very good reason, man. Because anyway, let's say the story. Obviously, Bad Boys this summer. The world's favorite Bad Boys are back with their iconic mix of edge or seat action. What is that logline? What is that logline?
Sponsored by Bad Boys.
What is that logline? So basically, we skipped Bad Boys for Life. It's by the same directors of Bad Boys for Life, Adil Erarbi and Bilal Fallah. I haven't seen For Life, so I cannot judge, cannot compare, and I'm just
watching this series is screwed when even Michael Bay went no.
No, Michael Bay is in this movie. He makes a cameo.
He makes a cameo.
Yes, but I mean, as in he got out of the director's chair and just went, you know what, you fuck it up.
I don't know, because For Life was quite well received. Bad Boys for Life.
This one does have a 7 on 10.
No, but this is just like look, Bad Boys for Life was 76%, 96% on with on Rotten Tomatoes, but obviously taken with a pinch of salt. Apparently, the Bad Boys for Life, the action was quite okay, but this one, the story was very like they went places.
Or made no sense.
Like
zero sense.
One of the scenes, Martin Lawrence basically has an out-of-body experience where this is true. Like Martin Lawrence dies for a few minutes. He sees his old boss, and then has this when he comes back to life, he has this like sort of I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna do this. And sometimes and his old boss whispers something to him in the end, and it's like repeats it to Will Smith's character. It's like, what? Are we going there? It's like, is this a plot point? Really? Bad Boys?
In the time you explained that, I nearly had a stroke.
Yeah.
Apparently, this movie slaps, said Bruce.
This movie? No. It slaps the living shit daylights out of you, because we got dizzy. Me and Adria got dizzy watching it. We're not
editing. We have to talk about the editing.
Off-topic question, but is Bruce my own personal troll?
I think so. Yes, I think so.
He's really good at pushing my buttons.
That's Bruce middle. That's not Mikhailov. Mikhailov was Bruce pushing my buttons. I know. That's
the editing, Franco. What did you think about the editing?
Oh God, the editing. There were some moments where the editing didn't make sense. Like, do we need to see a cutaway of a character that has nothing to do with what's going on in the foreground, so to speak? So basically, part of the plot is that Will Smith's character has a son who's apparently part of the cartel. This was from the previous movie. And they had this sort of moment together, and they suddenly cut to Vanessa Hudgens' character being teary-eyed, and then they cut back to the father and son thing. Like, did you really need that? That was their moment. Why did you stop it?
Or so many empty cuts, like cuts. And we're like, wait, why did you cut? Wait, what? Again, another cut. Like it's like a someone having a fit in the editing room.
Speaking of slots,
cut. Jeez, man, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, even the running. Like, yes, guys, I know they're running. Why do you have to cut to their legs?
And listen, Franco, probably someone will come in and tell us, but you're supposed to shut your brain off when you go and watch.
No. This is not Venom shutting your brain off kind of thing. That's a movie that actually slaps, Bruce. Jojo is like, what?
No comment.
No, honestly, Venom is better than this one. I'm not joking, and with all the faults.
That's rough. That's true. That's rough.
Exactly. No, with all the faults that Venom has, I enjoyed Venom much more than I enjoyed Bad Boys.
Issa, to be fair, some positives. Some of those drone scenes, those drone shots looked good.
But some of them,
There was one where the drone kind of flies up and you see the bad guy shooting at them. That looked good.
Yeah, but that's towards the end. Yeah. Because in the beginning, when they're running, they're almost out of the frame.
Yes.
They're running out the highway. Like, how
the first half feels like it was directed by a different person and shot by a different person. The second half, to be fair, improved. It did improve. But I was out of it after the first half of the film.
And
this is not a serious film.
The chemistry is no longer there, you know.
Well, yeah, the chemistry is for me, it was okay. Like, the jokes don't work on me. This is not a movie made for me. Clearly not a film made for me. The humor is not the kind of humor I like.
But did you watch the first two Bad Boys?
I watched the first one. And I had an okay time with it.
The first two
are pretty good.
The first two, the chemistry is there. The first two, the chemistry is there. Even the first one I liked. And the chemistry is there, the jokes are there, clear action. You may say anything about Michael Bay, but his action is clear.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I mean, he's a great-
go look up the video from Every Frame a Painting. What is
Yeah.
Mayhem? Very, very good video.
Yes. Like Ambulance. Did you guys watch Ambulance? Came out
No.
a couple of years ago.
No, I value
I
my
watched
time.
it with Ethan. It was in the chat.
Mm.
That was I would say as a film overall it was a disaster, but action-wise, like especially the drone shots, were crazy good.
Yes, it's
Really
why Michael
impressive.
Bay, like Zack Snyder, should just be someone who's brought in to make cool stuff look cool.
Yeah, the character stuff was ridiculous. Like, no
Yeah.
comment.
It's like that Pearl Harbor is all at once a terrible film and
Yes.
an amazing film.
Yes.
And it's an amazing film once the bombs start to fall.
Yeah, exactly.
The fucking nearly 2 hours before that is fucking dreadful.
Oh, Madonna, the Force Strowman.
Really bad.
And the Force
Really,
conflict
really
between what's their names? The two main protagonists.
Hartnett and Ben
Hartnett
Affleck.
and
I
Affleck.
think.
Hartnett and Venom.
But
Oh,
then-
no.
At the time, the shot of like following the bomb down from the zero and it going into
Yes.
Arizona.
Oh,
is
that was great.
And the shot of the bomb flying, moving towards it.
yeah, and the stuff with Cuba Gooding Jr. like on the gun and stuff. It's fucking cool as hell.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
But
Actually, now you mention it, that's a good film on to get on Blu-ray, Astra, for the action.
You're gonna put it and you're gonna fast forward for an hour and a half.
Yes, that's why Blu-ray has seen
And then you're
selection.
gonna watch 20 minutes of a great war snippet and then nothing else.
remove the first hour and a half.
Yes,
And I'm like, there were some moments, yes, as far as the action goes. The first person shooter thing, even though it looked video
Yes.
gamey, it was quite an interesting
Yes.
touch.
nice little innovative touch. Yes, look good. Action was clear. There was that fight scene with Martin Lawrence's son.
That was
That-
great. That was great.
Was great. That was good.
But
that was actually really good.
But you're right. It should have let us stayed with this. I like, for example, I was thinking one of the most annoying scenes is in the movie is the elevator scene.
Yes, that camera
And-
moving around.
The camera was roving
That's a good
around
idea.
the elevator. Those Transformers movies had terribly unclear action. They were a mess of overly edited metal nonsense. Not the first one though, huh?
No, not the first one. The first
Not
one I
the-
loved.
not the
Bruce.
first one,
I
Bruce.
adore the first Transformers.
And
The first Transformers rules.
I loved it.
And Bumblebee. Bumblebee, unfortunately,
Bumblebee was also very good. Bumblebee was very good. I really liked Bumblebee.
I think he was the same director of this book, Cuba and the True Strings.
Yeah,
Bumblebee.
Travis Knight.
And that had the unfortunate timing of being released after all those shitty movies.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And this one with the elevator, it's moving, and it's not. You don't. It's sometimes you don't see the action. There's lots of black because there's the beams surrounding the elevator, always coming in front. Like, holy fucking shit! Why didn't you keep? I was thinking about it. Because that scene was quite gnarly, because it's basically the villain hitting a woman and hitting the woman very hard, especially after having that whole baggage of a romantic relationship. And you see the glass breaking. I would have kept it static, and then maybe have a hit when there's when it's like the woman was almost like hurting herself as well, and some decisions made absolutely no sense.
Yes, the creative decisions I really didn't agree with in this film. And it would have made for a much better film. I think I would have liked this film if the action was much clearer,
Of course, it was
especially in the first half.
it was dizzying to like even you had to stand when you weren't sitting down. You had to stand up actually. And the scene, the humor in the scene was like
No. And they spend way too much time on that moment, on that humorous moment, on the fucking Skittles scene. Too much. This is not made. I mean, Franco, I have to admit, it's not made for us.
it's not made for
We're
us.
not made
It's and if to the point that it actually like broke box office records more than expected.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's that.
Doing really well.
I mean, if you're a fan of the franchise, you might obviously like it.
I would imagine you would enjoy it. Like I'm sure Ashley enjoyed it, for example, because he's a big fan of the franchise.
I don't know. I mean, again, like I would check For Life, because For Life looked, from what I've seen, the trailer looked much more proper. There's lots of cameos. Here's like there's oh my god, that fake priest. I hate that fake priest. There's Kabi in it. You know, the guy who goes like this. There's Michael Bay. I forgot there was another. DJ Khaled in it as well.
DJ Khaled appearing.
I'm like,
as a rating, Franco, what would you give it?
2 on 5.
Yeah, same here. 2 on 5 for me as well. Didn't work for me, unfortunately.
Yep.
Mela, Franco, can you give us your quick thoughts so that then we conclude with Hitman? Very quick thoughts on Exuma.
So this is I put on Letterboxd, the Wailing walked so Exuma could run, but not without a few stumbles. So the Exuma is about the process of excavating an anonymous grave, unleashing dreadful consequences buried underneath. This is another solid Korean horror thriller movie, again in the line of The Wailing. Excellent performances by Choi Min-sik, even Kim Go-eun. I forgot the actor's name. Great suspenseful moments. In the beginning, I was a bit not on board because first they use a voiceover to explain what they're doing, and then they don't use that thing anymore. You know, that narrative device, which was sort of like off-putting. I think they could have done away with. I think it felt like it was something done in the aftermath, and it has great practical scenes, and especially I like the moments where they do the shamanism. Very well edited, and again, there's that sort of even if you don't believe, there's a sort of suspense of something's going to happen. I particularly enjoyed tasteful horror moments where there's this huge, massive thing, and I'm not going to spoil it. It was a great. It is a 4 out of 5 movie. It was a great. I think it's not that long, as far as I remember. It's
2 hours something. I think I saw.
Yeah, just 2 hours. But
2 hours, 15 minutes.
Exactly. Well worth watching, especially if you like Korean thriller and Korean horror. Very well filmed as well. And you'll also get a sort of look at the traditions, Korean traditions of basically surrounding the dead, you know, what they do and what they not do.
Okay. 4 out of 5, Franco?
4 out of 5, definitely.
All right. Good. Good rating. Mela, Joe, you've already posted your review on your channel. By the way, viewers and listeners, make sure to go check out Joe's review for Hitman as well. Just quick thoughts on what you said in your video, Joe, on Hitman.
It's light, it's funny, it's sexy, it's really great. Like this is what it is borderline like the perfect rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
Like the script is incredible, the performers are really, really good and really, really likable, and this will please the gamers out there, both really, really good looking.
Yep.
You know? Like, I mean, this is Richard Linklater we're talking about. Like, there really isn't much more to say. The man has a range. He's one of the kings of dialogue. If people haven't seen the Before trilogy, don't come watch the show. You're not welcome here.
Bruce?
No,
yeah. Bruce has something to say about the Before trilogy.
People say, oh, like they were way too drawn out. And that's bullshit because they're all under an hour and a half. But no, like there's not much more to say. Frankly, I'm surprised and a bit disappointed it only has a 7.1 on IMDb, but IMDb is for idiots. That's okay.
So it's expected to be a big hit with with your average movie viewer goes onto Netflix.
But even Letterboxd is 3.8. It's not really.
No, that 3.8 is very good.
3.8 on Letterboxd is very good.
Okay.
Like only a select few make it into like the 4.0 club.
Anything above a 3.5 on Letterboxd is a good film.
Yeah, it's worth your time.
Worth your time, exactly.
But this was because, I mean, not to brag, but I got to see it at Venice Film Festival in September. But this was the one where, I was at the festival, there were films like Poor Things, there was Maestro, there was, I guess, Society of the Snow, there was Ferrari, very big films there. But when the festival ended, the two that everyone were talking about was Poor Things and Hitman.
For good reason.
And that's saying something to go to the oldest film festival in the world with a bunch of stuck-up film fans and regular film fans and be the second biggest film there and not even in competition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very fun film. Really fun.
As I mentioned in my review, and I said at the time as well, it's a shame that it only mainly got a Netflix release, even though in the same breath as I said in my review, it is kind of the perfect Friday night film to order takeout with your friends or with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your whatever friend, or just by yourself, like I watched it. But, it's a double-edged sword because, as I said, watching it at Venice, there were certain scenes, and you guys will know the scene I'm talking about, where the whole theater erupted into applause. And that's one of the best things about the theater experience, when you can experience that with other people. But no, people have no excuse not to watch this film. Everyone has a Netflix account or knows someone that does, and everyone should watch it. And I don't think, I feel like if you're disappointed in this one, you have no joy in your life, or you just want to be edgy. Those things are usually synonymous as well.
I mean, I really enjoyed this. By the way, Linklater said, he'd said something on the same lines as you said, where it was a shame that it wasn't shown in cinemas. But somehow he feels that Netflix, if they play their cards right, this is a perfect home for a movie such as this. And he's
mid-budget films, the mid-budget films, unfortunately.
But it was, for a mid-budget movie, I was really surprised by how natural it didn't look boring at all, the lighting. It looks extremely natural. I was like,
you've got a great director behind it. It's gonna look good.
Yes. And even though it's very dialogue-driven movie, I was on board every single time, and all along the way. Great quips. It is. You call it a rom-com, but there's so many ways you can see this movie. There's meta elements, there's noir, screwball comedy, romance, and the chemistry between the two leads. I said on my letterbox, this movie made me bisexual. But
it certainly keeps the bitches bitching.
Yeah.
the sexual tension between the two was wow.
And it works because there's chemistry and there's no overly gratuitous nudity. Anyone but you, I'm looking at you.
Wait, but I thought Anyone But You was the perfect rom-com.
And we're gonna go.
And Joe's up.
Ciao, Joe.
And it's still Graham Powell, to be fair. There's Sydney Sweeney as well. Let me stop talking about Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. I have things to say about Sydney Sweeney's. No.
Wait, we're still talking about Sydney Sweeney, really?
Yeah, but
no, we're not.
No, Joe,
no,
you're right. He's a simp. He's
He's blinded by boobs, like every straight man out there.
To the point that
I didn't say it.
I did.
Joe said it.
Someone else said it as well. So, but let's not go. Anyway,
now Bruce is going to chime in and be like, "Sydney Sweeney."
No.
What would Bruce say? That she doesn't look good?
Ashley.
No.
Sure.
Okay, for the record, Sydney Sweeney, beautiful woman, light years out of my league. Good actress? No.
No. I will fight you for it. But it's not in everything.
If in this day and age, and this is me as a rather talentless, chubby individual who sits comfortably in my gaming chair in my flat.
You mean a curmudgeon?
Yes. Whatever, big word. In this day and age, where performing is what it is, we have come to expect a certain standard. And if you have one mode which you are good at, and you are not good at the rest, that does not make you a good performer. I am sorry.
Mela, spoilers. If you haven't watched Immaculate,
good at that one thing.
If you haven't watched Immaculate, stop the podcast now. 3, 2, 1. This is not a bad actress. I'm sorry, Joe.
But this is her mode. She's
No.
good at over-the-top emotion. That is what she's good at.
Good. This is
She has-
so good.
Well, because she can scream while her face is covered in fake
such
blood.
a screaming
She was
no.
fucking. She was giving birth to the Antichrist. Jesus.
Ah, look at that.
Guys.
Look at that look. Look at her eyes.
Blinded.
Fucking crazy.
Yes, this is the exact mode. Guys,
Look at that.
if you go way back when to the very beginnings of this podcast, what episode are we on now? Fucking 400 and something.
76.
It feels like 400. If you go way back, like in the first 10 episodes, and I used to talk about Euphoria, I was a fan of hers in Euphoria because in that mode where she's extremely overly emotional, she's very good. She's very good at selling those big emotional things. She has no comedic timing. She's not good at subtlety. She's not good at basic line delivery. She has a mode. And
even in
she
reality, come on, not in
she can.
reality.
I took what you guys said and I watched reality. I did not think she was good.
What? No way.
Nope.
Lalo. I thought reality was so good.
And I
find
want
her like a tense-
I want her to succeed because she is now becoming like the thing that we have akin to a movie star. So I want her to be good, and she can definitely improve. She's still very young.
Even the cat disagrees.
I really like. I really liked reality. I
The
thought
film
the
is- the
subtle
film is
horror.
The film
the
is
subtle
fine.
horror of
The film is
reality
absolutely
was
fine,
great.
but I don't buy her. And again, she can definitely improve. She's very young. She's very successful. She's doing good things with her production company. Fair play to her. I wish her all the success in the world. I hope she improves as an actress. I want to see her succeed. But she's very overrated.
See, that's not. Wait, well, where did the screen go? That's not over the top emotions, huh?
That was very good. Yes, yeah.
You guys, I still don't buy it though.
Really?
Yeah.
I completely bought it in reality. Yeah. I mean, in
I'm
Anyone
not
But You, I agree with you. Some of the comedy was. I like the film overall. I had a very good time watching it. Compared to Glenn Powell, I mean, it's
And Arjona, it's different. Let's go back to Hitman actually, because
let's
Hitman is
conclude on
something.
Hitman, yeah.
Hitman is something where we all three of
We all
us
agree.
agree.
Yep.
Yeah, where we very rarely all unanimously agree.
you know what? I think Hitman was a really bad film.
Just for him to be edgy.
No. We always give our opinions. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. On this case, we definitely agree. So, Franco, you enjoyed Hitman?
Yes, I gave it a 4.5.
4.5.
It's a movie that's not just a rom-com. It also has something to say about how we portray ourselves in real life as well.
Yes, the persona, right?
Yeah,
That's
the persona.
the element I like the most.
So, I think this movie is so multifaceted. It's a movie that takes good risks, it doesn't think the audience is dumb. I think it's a very I think it's one movie which is very respectful to the audience.
Yeah,
And
smartly
reasonable.
written.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
I really
great-
liked the dialogue. The dialogue and the screenplay was incredibly good.
a great showcase of Powell and Linklater, because the two guys worked together as well. They worked on what was it? Something's gotta give, if I'm not mistaken. They also was in like Fast Food Nation.
And Powell worked on the screenplay as well, apparently.
Yes. But they have a good working relationship now.
Great
So,
duo there. Great
yeah.
duo. Hope they make more films together because I
Please.
really liked it, man. Fun film. We really need more of these mature romantic comedies. Like we really need. We are begging for these mature romantic comedies. Did you like how the film ended, guys? Like not just how it ended, but completely like the final scene, how it all came together.
Yes.
Because I saw the criticisms I saw for this film was for the ending. I liked the ending.
Remind me, the ending was done with the family, right?
Later on, like, without giving any details.
Oh,
Later
the-
on, kind of like post
sort
what
of-
happens.
And the sort of end credits.
No. Like how it all comes to be. Like the fact that, okay, spoilers for Hitman. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just stop here if you haven't watched Hitman. And I'm just gonna give quick spoilers. the fact that Glenn Powell and Arjona kind of like don't have any consequences to the fact that they literally kill a guy.
Yeah, but it's a film which
it's
is
a movie.
very loosely inspired by a true story, which they even state in the post-credits of Gary
Yeah.
Johnson never actually killed that
No,
person.
yes,
yeah.
We made that part up.
Yes. So I was fine with it, by the way. I'm just checking. I'm just curious to see if you guys were okay with that as well. The fact that, again, Gary and Madison don't face no consequences to their actions.
I'm gonna quote Tarantino on this, and I'm gonna say I reject that hypothesis.
Not necessarily, because even I mean the character of what's her name? Madonna, Madison. Madison. Like when the teacher quips like I want to strangle them, she's like, you know, it's like there is that sense of like, shit, she's onto me. I mean, but again,
there's also the read of this film that these two people are also a little bit sociopathic.
Yes.
Like he's a professor who has two cats who's obsessed with bird watching and spends his weekends capturing criminals by pretending to be a hitman. You know?
It's like the court scenes in it, like they were such a good, because I told Joe that it also felt a bit like an anti-cop movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because much of it was all entrapment, because with her he just said no, go away. So there was a window of opportunity for all these people to say, you know what, I'm doing the stupidest thing ever, you know, like we are all of us, we feel so angry that you say it's like Madonna not look, especially Maltese do say like I'm gonna kill you, but we don't mean it. And then there's a moment where it's like we're at the edge of our teetering on the edge, where it's like, okay, I'm done with this person. I can't live any longer with this person.
Yeah.
So there was that. This again, it's multifaceted. The less I talk about it and the more you explore it, guys, the better.
Yes. Definitely a movie that must be watched. Joe, what was your rating? Remind me.
At the time, based on the theater experience I had, it was a full 5.
Okay.
And it's probably close to that. Like It's one where I don't see any issues in the film, and I love the experience, so I can't give it anything less. I can't be like a nitpick here and there because I have nothing to nitpick.
Fair enough. I had one little nitpick. I felt like
just too long.
Yes, like just a little bit midway through.
Exactly.
I love my long films. I love my long films.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Every single long film we have reviewed on this show, you have always come to a point.
No,
it was a little bit too long.
I gave Killers 5 out of 5. I gave Killers 5 out of 5.
Yes, because if you didn't, I would have burned your house down.
No, I adored Killers of the
You don't know where I live.
Oppenheimer.
You don't know where I live, Joe. So there.
It's Malta. There are like 30 people there. I burned down 30 houses in one of them.
I adored Killers and I adored Oppenheimer.
Okay, Netanyahu.
Hitman.
Okay.
But Hitman as a film.
Is that an N-word as well, Netanyahu? Sorry.
No, I think it's fine to say Netanyahu. I think it's fine to say Netanyahu. It should be fine. I mean.
Oh, I forgot we had that discussion.
I think it should be fine to say
Netanyahu.
Oh, yeah.
So wait, but to dial back to the whole N-word discussion.
We don't have time. We have to close.
No. We swear quite frequently in this. Does that not get flagged by AI?
But we usually swear in Maltese, though, right? No.
I mean, fuck, fuckity fuck. There we go.
I think that's in the first few minutes, bro. No,
yeah.
The first few minutes. Swear words are fine. But to be fair, if we're going to talk about a documentary, and we look up, like I know that Netflix released this documentary recently. Can't we say it?
I saw a good meme about this one, and it said the poster looks like the first side is like his good side, like he was a Jedi, and the second side is
oh my god! Yeah.
And someone was like, "Is there like a different dynamic to guess H? Because I dare not say his name." Is there a dynamic to him where he was a good man?
The H guy.
Yeah. I mean, he had some good ideas, you know.
No, that's gonna get us banned. I mean, he was an artist.
Yeah.
I mean, he developed technology. Now, what technology he developed?
I'd heard something about the technology he wanted to develop, and don't like, take this with like a pinch of salt, but apparently H's big idea about technology was like he'd see that like the Americans have made this like big cannon to take down planes, and he's like, okay, we're gonna make one, but it's twice the size. Like it was just like, if it's bigger, it's definitely better.
So penis envy, basically. Exactly.
What's that film where there's a dictator who wants to make the rockets look scarier? What was that film?
The dictator.
The dictator was Sacha Baron Cohen.
Was that the dictator where he wants to make the bomb look scarier? I think it was. I think it must. Yes, it must have been the dictator. And one of the funniest scenes is when he goes up to the guy designing the nuclear bomb, basically the rockets, and he wants the bomb to look scarier. But then the guy is like, "Wait, but it wouldn't be able to like fly then, and we wouldn't be able to shoot it if it looks that way." He's trying to convince him to make the rocket look scarier.
Yeah.
I think it's this one. Yes. It was the dictator. That's the one. Oh, so good. Wait, whoa. It was definitely bad. Anyways, to conclude, guys, by the way, Netflix are making the Decameron, Joe. I know you'd be a big fan of that. Yep.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why Netflix do a lot of things. But let's conclude here, guys, because I'm exhausted. Been a good one. Thank you to all our viewers and listeners for joining us on the podcast. Sorry for rambling off there, the end of the podcast, but that's the whole point of the Ad Lib Podcast. After all, we love just veering off completely off topic and rambling.
Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney. We are big fans of Sydney Sweeney here.
I swear to God, if she wins an Oscar and I'm still on this podcast, I might have to kill myself.
Whoa! The K word. Don't say the K word.
I can't say that.
No, you cannot say K word though.
No, you can't say that.
Big Brother is winning, and we're all puppets in his.
Or I have to say in game, like.
Yeah, I would like to say it's like I have to kill myself in the game, or go to the end screen basically. And speaking of end screens,
time to end the podcast. Thank you to all our viewers and listeners for joining us. Thank you for all the likes and comments as always. And with that, thank you, Franco.
Help the algorithm.
Thank you, Joe.
Yes.
Subscribe to Joe.
Subscribe to Joe's.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Don't say the K, the X, the N, or the T word, I guess.
Or the SS word.
No. Sydney Sweeney, you can say. Yes, say Sydney Sweeney. I'm sure that pushes the algorithm.
Holy shit. Are Sydney Sweeney and the SS the same?
Oh, wait, what the... Oh, no. I was thinking of how much money anyone but you made. Mostly because of Sydney Sweeney, to be fair.
And Glenn Powell.
200 plus million. And Glenn Powell, yes. But Sydney Sweeney is such a pull right now.
Anyway, guys.
Adios, guys. Ciao. Good night.
See
you guys next time.
Ciao.
For another episode of the Ad Lib Podcast. Ciao.
Peace out.